state of Ohio, so we can win. You work hard and you have confidence and you believe in yourself. Everything is possible and we are done.
And the green machine keeps right on rolling as we enter week 13 of the high school football season. It's the Region 9 Division III state championship game today from Twinsburg, Ohio, as the Aurora Greenmen take on the Lake Catholic Cougars. Andy Septic joined by Dordogne coach Keith Bodeker. A beautiful afternoon for football today. And of course, Coach, congratulations to you after a wonderful win over the Chardon Hilltoppers last night.
Thank you very much, Andy. It was a huge win, and I'll tell you, it started from right from the get-go. We had a police escort all the way to Bedford Bearcat Stadium. I want to thank the Macedonia Police Department, Fire Department, all the Northfield Police. Everybody was involved. It was just unbelievable, and all the fans that lined the streets of Route 8. It was absolutely unbelievable, and I want to thank everybody for that, and a special shout out to Mike DeBrowse, who really did a great job organizing that. Just can't say enough about the support we're getting as the Greenmen are going to get tonight in this big ball game versus Lake Catholic.
Well, the Aurora Greenmen, the CVC champions, taking on the number 4 seed, the Lake Catholic Cougars. This is their 12th playoff appearance. They're coached by Mike Bell from Hiram College. He's 37-20 overall at the school. They play out of the North Coast Conference. And the Aurora Greenmen coached by Bob Mahalik and the troops, the CVC champs. Coach, I think Aurora's going to have to do exactly what they did last year, although they're going to have their hands full with 2 good backs this week other than the one.
Yeah, I think Lake Catholic's going to provide a little more of a test from Mike Bell's an outstanding coach. And I'll tell you get to the Final 8, you got great coaches and great teams. It's going to be exciting. Here we go.
So the opening kickoff goes to the Greenmen. It's headed for the corner, and it's going to go through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And the Aurora Greenmen will start this afternoon football game here from Twinsburg at their 20-yard line, and this will be their offensive starters today for Aurora. It's going to be Wes Miller at quarterback, the all-leaguer, the 2-time MVP, Bo Kelsey and Stu Henderson in the backfield. We'll also see a lot of number 22, Stephen Young today. Joe Check, Matt Perry, and Andrew Knapp are the wide receivers, and on the offensive front, the guys that have been doing it all year. It's Griff Broski, Ryan Vance, Brian Petit, Mike Romito, and Jared Storer.
And I think that may be the key to this ball game, Andy. Those guys up front have got to get it done. They're going to face a pretty tough defense in Lake.
Matt Perry, the first man in motion. They're going to run a pass here. Wes Miller going to be flushed out of the pocket, and he'll get back only to the 18-yard line. So on first down, the Cougars come up with the sack on the tackle for Lake Catholic, number 61, Andrew Ambrose, bringing up a 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, I like the way Coach Mahalik's coming out aggressive and getting it done, and that's what they did a week ago against Walsh, and they have everything to gain. And obviously they're going to be well prepared today, and I think they're going to have to do the same thing. They're going to have to mix it, keep Lake off balance, and throw in first down.
You know, the defense starters, it's Chad Hounshell, number 50, Dan Barry, 72, Nick Cypress, number 56, Andrew Ambrose, number 61 of the defensive front.
Spread gun.
2nd down, 12. And the fake to Henderson. Wes Miller runs through a big hole. Wes carries out to the 29-yard line, about a yard short of the first down, brought down on the play by Matt Lyon. So Aurora sets up good here, Keith, with a 3rd down and short.
That's a nice hard run by Wes. Very good job riding the fake down with Stu Henderson, and an excellent job getting through. Well executed by the Greenmen up front also. Very impressed with this offensive line. They only had 1 returning starter, and these guys have done a terrific job.
Well, the rest of the defensive starters, Dave Plungus, 54, Brian Ross, 34, Dave Jaranovic, number 6, Mike Swigert, number 5, and Randy Greenwood, number 32. On 3rd and short, Bo Kelsey, first down Aurora. He brings it out to the 33-yard line, picking up 5 yards, moving the sticks for the Greenmen.
I'll tell you, that's a new wrinkle. They came out in a dotted I. That's old school football, and just jammed it right down Lake Catholic's throat that time with big Bo Kelsey. Real good blocking up front. They moved him out of there, Andy.
And one thing I heard from a lot of scouts about Lake Catholic is that they do have some big people, but we saw that with Walsh Jesuit last week, and Aurora's finesse and strength seemed to balance that out quite well and actually turned the table in Aurora's favor.
Well, I'll tell you, they didn't get out physical either. They hung right in there with Walsh physically.
Perry coming again in motion, fake to Henderson. They go to Kelsey on the delay. Bo's going to get stuck at the backfield.
Nice
He'll
effort,
lose a
though.
yard or two. Good tackle on the play by Chad Hounsel. And that's a loss of about 2, and it'll bring up 2nd and 12.
It was a nice little misdirection play, but Lake got a little penetration and blew it up. But I'll tell you, I like the way they're putting things together as far as play sequencing and showing a few new wrinkles here early.
Tell you, a terrific crowd on a beautiful afternoon here for football at Twinsburg, Ohio. The Division III Region 9 championship game. We still have a mob coming through the parking lot across the way, getting here late. Nonetheless, the temperature in the mid-40s, it'll actually go up to near 50 during the game. Matt Perry in motion again. Wes Miller to throw. Little screen pass. Batted up in the air, nearly intercepted. Getting up to make the play, it looked to be Don Atkins. Check that, number 56, Nick Sipkus. And it's going to be 3rd and 12, and that nearly hurt Aurora big time.
That was a great defensive play, and I'll tell you, Aurora it was set up very, very well. If Wes can get that thing off, you can see they've got a lot of running room, much like we did last night on our screens. They had 2 linemen out there, and it was a well-designed play.
Well, the Aurora crowd trying to lot on the offense here, and a good crowd it is.
Nick Sipkus is a heck of a football player. We go way back with him.
He's listed as a senior, 220-pound 6-footer. On 3rd and 12 for the Greenmen from their own 33-yard line.
Double slat, crossers.
Miller's going to go on the deep ball. Joe Check is out, got pushed. And there's got to be a marker there, and that's a great call because it was obvious mugging by Randy Greenwood as Check had the angle to the pass, and Greenwood just gave him the old forearm shiver to knock him out of the way.
I'd say that's a great job by Wes just getting the ball out there. And I've been very impressed with Check.
Defense. 15 yards, automatic first down.
Jim Gehagen is the referee today. John DeRenzo's the umpire. Tom Bechtel, the linesman. Mike Stevenson, the line judge. And Gary Krepp, the back judge. Here's a look at the interference again, Keith.
Good job by Wes stepping up.
You see Joe Check pleading his case already.
I tell you, Aurora's experience really shows at the skill positions.
I'll tell you, Joe Check has really established himself though as a premier go-to guy at the wideout position for this team this year. Really has done a wonderful job. Well, after the Lake Catholic penalty on this initial drive of the football game, 9:18 to go.
Time for a counter.
1st and
There
10.
it is.
Bo Kelsey coming the other way, trying to break a tackle. He'll lose again another yard. They'll give him his progress just as short of the original line of scrimmage, but it'll be a loss of 1, bringing up 2nd and 11, and Bo Kelsey's down on the field holding his knee.
That's not good.
And we saw this, unfortunately, from Ryan Codner last night.
Yeah, hopefully Ryan's not lost for the year, but it doesn't look good right now. And just tremendous football player, great heart, and hopefully he'll make a speedy recovery.
Bo went right to that knee immediately when he went to the turf, throwing the ball out of there and wincing in pain. You see the crowd here again today. Very silent right now, as that could be a big blow to this Aurora offense.
I'll tell you, it's a pleasure calling these games and visiting with the Aurora people before the games. Nice bunch of folks over here at Aurora.
Well, next week, the Nardonia Knights, as we have a pause on the field, the state semifinals with the Nardonia Knights. It'll be the Final Four, and I guess it's going to be Pickerington Central for the Nardonia Knights at probably Ashland University. And we'll either have it on 9 or it will be on the network, so stay tuned this week for their announcement. And folks, if we don't get to do it, we will really miss it because what a great year the Knights have given to us and a great 25th anniversary gift with the WRC championship coach and Jordan Maven setting all kinds of records, and Bo Kelsey is coming off under his own power, but that'll be next week on a channel to be determined, the Nardonia Knights against Pickerington Central.
Is there a chance that could be on ONN?
Well, there's always a chance, Coach. It's 50-50 with only 2 games being played next Friday.
Hopefully they will work with Cable 9 and do it together. I hope that can be worked out.
I hope so.
It's just a shame.
Yeah, I have nothing against
for our local viewers.
Yep, I think they do fine work.
Well, both do a great job, and I don't know why we can't coexist.
Well, I know the folks at Time Warner, again, I'll get into that a little bit later. I mentioned it last night during the Nardonia game. Second and 10 now for the Aurora Greenmen.
Lake's playing a lot of man coverage, bringing pressure off the edge.
West running for his life now. He's going to actually throw one downfield. It's incomplete. Joe Check was the intended receiver. Wes Miller has to throw it away, and it'll be 3rd down and 10.
I'll tell you, Lake was in man coverage. They came up and locked him up and did a great job. And West did a super job just getting rid of the football right there. They brought an extra guy off the edge that Aurora could not account for. And, West made a play there, even though he could have been a 10-yard loss.
He was very quick, had to run away from Andrew Ambrose on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 10.
They've converted a couple big 3rd downs on this drive.
8.5 minutes in the opening quarter. It's Friday Night Football on Cable 9, the Division III Region 9 championship game on Cable 9. Andy Sepchik with Keith Bodeker. And the Aurora Greenmen facing 3rd and 10. Wes Miller to throw out of the pocket. Screen
Good
pass
call.
to Mike Snyder, and they got a lot of running room. Snyder, penalty marker down on the play. Snyder has the 1st down, but I think the Greenmen are going to get called for a holding call right in front of their bench.
It's either a holding or a low block, a block in the back. I'll tell you, that was well designed again.
Yeah, yesterday's game, folks, if you tuned into 9, the Chardon-Nardonia game, 1 penalty the whole night.
Yeah, they let us play, and that was good. You get to this point, 2 great football teams, you shouldn't be calling penalties.
Now this one, holding coming back, and it was set up well for the Aurora Greenmen, and it'll be a spot foul. It'll actually bring up a 3rd down and 8, I think, after they mark it off. See if we can see the holding here, Coach.
Right there's blocking the back. I'll tell you, Mike Snyder's another player that's just, outstanding player, big and tough, plays both sides of the ball. Really impressed with him also.
And the Aurora cheerleaders working the sidelines as they have all year long. A great job the kids do as they do at Nardonia, Twinsburg. The band show last night was terrific. We'll see the Aurora band also at halftime. You see all the signs here. The fans really into this one.
People don't realize how much the cheerleaders really do. I know the cheerleaders in Nardonia do an unbelievable job for our players.
There's a lot of behind-the-scenes work. You got the ball boys, the girls that work as the trainers on the bench. It's just a whole big effort. Young's into the game. Miller with no time runs out of the pocket. Now he throws. Joe Check comes up with the reception.
Did he catch it? Nice catch.
Joe Check has the 1st down at the Lake Catholic 34, and that was great poise and presence by Wes Miller to realize where he was on the field as well.
I'll tell you, when you have a mobile quarterback, they can do some things, and it's really tough to count for those guys in your schemes. And this is a great catch by Check, not giving up on it, working with the quarterback.
Boy, he pulled that in nice.
I'll tell you, that's 2 seniors that have spent a lot of time together. Another big 3rd down, Andy.
1st and 10 for the Greenmen now at the Lake Catholic 34-yard line.
Motion.
West going to keep it this time, nowhere to go. That thing just collapsed on him. He'll lose 5 yards back to the 39-yard line.
Again.
This big kid has just been a big monkey wrench in the defensive scheme for Lake Catholic, and the referees are going to take a timeout for something on the field.
Is Kelsey back? Where's Bo at?
He's worked on the end of the bench, Coach. They're still working the tape of the ankle, so that's kind of a good sign.
Good. Hopefully he'll be back.
I don't think they're losing too much, though, with the young man coming in, Stephen Young, who had a terrific game last week against the Walsh Jesuit Warriors.
No, to take nothing away from him, but, Bo Kelsey's a great football player, and he's a senior, and they need those guys in these critical situations. This 1st quarter's flying, isn't it?
7:52 left. The clock is running after the referee timeout. 25th year of high school football on Cable 9. We've made it to week 13. We have a chance to have 2 regional champs here today with Aurora Greenmen already. Nardonia has 1. Loose football. The Cougars come up with it. And picking up the fumble was Nick Sipkus as Wes Miller couldn't control the handoff, and a promising drive goes the way of a turnover. And Lake Catholic's going to have good field position at their own 44.
Well, right now they don't have an answer for 56. He's making a lot of plays for them.
And there, that could have been a thing with a little bit of a timing difference there with Young in the ball game. But again, first down coming up for Lake Catholic.
Time for the Greenmen defense to step up again.
And we'll take a look at their defense after this play because Lake Catholic comes right to the ball. Their quarterback is Alex Karowski, the junior, 5'9", 160. They've got two big bruising backs in the backfield. Right now they'll have Dave Jaranovic. He's this lone setback. Aurora showing a five-man front. On first down, Jaranovic carries, and he'll only have about 3 yards on the play, maybe 4 now out to the 47. And we'll take a look at the Aurora defensive unit today. It's Andrew Knapp, Eddie Roth, Chris Hill, and Jeff Burris on the defensive front. The backers are Bo Kelsey, Steve Fiore, Stu Henderson, Mike Snyder, and in the backfield it's Matt Perry, Joe Check, and Wes Miller.
Outstanding defensive unit. I mean, they absolutely shut down Walsh last week, and their great running back, Woolridge, and they're going to be tough to run on.
Second down, 6 coming up for the Cougars.
Jet sweep. There it is.
And they do hand off to the back spotter, and he gets rung up. Back at the 45-yard line, a loss of a yard. Mike Snyder's in there on the tackle along with Tawarek. And number 61 was Jeff Burris, and it's going to be no gain on the play, bringing up 3rd down and 7.
I'd say that was well defended by Mike Snyder, staying home on the backside. Did a great job. Also had good support from the corner over there. I believe it was Perry.
Bo Kelsey still getting worked on. They're putting the shoe back on. That's a good sign. Bo, I'm sure, wants to get back out there in the next series. 3rd down, 7. The Aurora fans trying to lot on that defense. Aurora putting a 4-man front. They're going to throw for it. Karowski rolling out. Getting near the line of, now he throws from near the line of scrimmage. That was pretty close to being over it, but it was right there, and there's a marker down, and they may be calling it. Maybe an illegal forward pass. And boy, he was pretty close to the 47-yard line,
close.
Coach. And that's the call. It's an illegal forward pass. Here's the pursuit.
Great job by Tawarek. Wow. Fiore.
These some big kids with speed.
I tell you, Aurora runs to the ball extremely well, and they're physical.
Well, this officiating crew, I think that's a loss of down, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah. Yes, I believe it is.
Illegal forward pass, offense, loss of down.
Yep.
4th down.
So it'll be 4th and 12 coming up at the 43, and that was close. I didn't know if he was there or not, but the umpire did make the correct call.
Aurora's defense came out and made a statement, 3 and out.
Yes, they did.
That's
after
big.
You bet.
That's big
After a turnover like
turnover.
that. Yeah, they could have really, with a short field, taken advantage of it, went down to score, and gathered the early momentum. Well, Joe Check is back.
It's going to be one of those little pooch punts, a rugby-style kick, huh?
That's what they do.
I'm still not a big fan of that, I'll tell you.
That actually looks like a smaller football than normal, truthfully. Joe Check staying in bounds, brings it back to the 25-yard line. That's not a bad return. Aurora will start their second drive from there at the 6-minute mark of the opening period. And we're still scoreless here from Twinsburg in the Region 9 Division III championship game.
I'll tell you, in football games, in playoff games especially, turnovers are huge, and Aurora turning the ball over that first drive could have hurt them, but their defense came out and 3 and out. Outstanding job.
Yeah, the defense in all the big games this year, we go back to West Geauga with a 16-14 win. They came up big when they had to. The Perry game, they shut off the offense, did not allow a score. In the 6-2 win, they have been there for the last 2 years in this program, as is the Nardonia defense, who came up big after falling behind last night.
They're bringing the house this time.
Stu Henderson carries. He spins out to the 26-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard pickup.
I tell you, Lake blitzed all 3 linebackers on that play. Stu was fortunate to get 2 yards.
Ambrose comes up with the tackle. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Aurora Greenmen. 5.5 minutes to go now, the clock running. What a glorious afternoon. I think it's our first ever high school afternoon football game here on Cable 9.
Yeah.
I like it here late in the season.
You got a beautiful day for it.
Fake to Henderson. Miller's
He's got
looking
the square
to throw,
in. There it is.
and it's incomplete. A little bit underthrown. It was intended for Andy Hecox. Or I'm sorry, that was Joe Check, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Tell you, Wes had Joe there. He just couldn't get his feet set. Pretty good pressure by Lake Catholic.
look back and forth on that offensive line getting the blocking schemes. They gave West some time there, which was good to see. So 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Greenmen. They've converted a couple of these in long distances as well tonight for first downs.
Wouldn't be surprised to see West keep the football here.
He's going to drop back to throw. Timing pattern and coming back. Check can't hold on to it. Double coverage, though, out there in the flat by Matt Lyons and Brian Ross, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 4th and 8.
Looked like a pretty good throw in there by West. Lake Catholic might have got a hand in there. Yep.
We have Joe isolated again. That's good coverage by Matt Lyons. He was right there where the route ended. And Hecox is on to punt. Sheehan is back deep for the Lake Catholic Cougars. Good snap. The kick is away. And Sheehan's going to run under it at the 38-yard line. Bobbled it. Keeps his footing and gets knocked out of bounds.
That's Chris Hill, isn't it? No, Jeff Burris.
Jeff Burris with the tackle, and Lake Catholic coach will start their second drive again at their own 47-yard line. So a second chance for them from good field position in the scoreless game here in the first quarter. And this is kind of like last week's game. It was a little bit slow start, and then second quarter we start picking it up. They each got a feel for each other. And
yep. I think you're going to see Lake open it up a little bit this series. You know, with the field position, you got to take your shots down the field now. And I know in Mike Bell, he's going to take one real soon here.
So 1st and 10.
And for a possible pass down the middle.
Alex Karowski this
time.
ISO
action.
Out of the eye, the swing man is Chris Spahar. They're going to go to the second man through the fullback. Mike Snyder there to make the hit. They'll lose a yard on the play. So the Aurora defense coming up big. Randy Greenwood knocked back for the 1-yard loss. It'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Good to see Bo Calci out there. He's limping a little bit, but you know he's not going to miss this ball game.
Bo on the field working through the traffic. A lot of nice Kelly green jerseys on the defensive side of the ball there around on the tackle. 2nd and 11 now for the Cougars. Their second possession here of the first period.
Going 2 tight ends.
Karowski out of the shotgun this time. He'll keep it, going to run the option play. Pitched out to Greenwood. He'll turn the corner. Greenwood into Aurora territory for a 6-yard pickup. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 4 from the Greenmen 47.
Nice little option play by the Cougars out of a spread gun. A good job by the quarterback getting this thing pitched quick.
The Greenmen the last 2 weeks have dealt with some pretty good private school powers in Walsh Jesuit and Lake Catholic tonight, 2 of the finer programs in northeastern Ohio.
It was an excellent job by Matt Perry and run support on that last play.
There's a big 3rd down call. 3rd and 5.
Don't be surprised if they take a shot here at the post. They've got a wide split out here to the bottom of the screen.
Karowski out of the shotgun. Aurora fans trying to get things going. The fullback carries not enough for the first down. He'll be 2 yards short. They went to Randy Greenwood.
It's great defense.
Looked like Eddie Roth coming in there to make the initial hit for Aurora. Steve Fiore is in there as well, and it's going to be 4th down and 3. Lake Catholic looking to punt here from in Aurora territory, and so far they're winning the battle of field position.
I'm a little surprised by that series, you know, running in there 3 times, and obviously that's what their thought process is right now. They're going to try to pin Aurora down deep and maybe play for another turnover.
That might get to the end zone. He should have let that go. Check picks it up at the 5. Joe Check brings it late to the 16-yard line, and it was definitely late. The Bluebirds didn't like the non-call.
It looked like he led with the head. I don't know about a late hit as much as looked like he led with his helmet.
Well, Aurora, nonetheless, 16-yard line. Here's the replay of the punt return.
Tough call.
Thus far, I haven't had any complaints right now on the officiating tonight, nor last night.
Our crew last night did an excellent job. And a lot of times they get a bad rap, but that's not an easy job.
No, it isn't. Tell you, it's tough, but again, a lot of the guys, and of course, there are a lot of them do it on their own time. It's not a full-time job.
Counter.
Aurora runs it. Oh, it's a play fake. Joe Chick's wide open. Oh, he got up with it. He come up with another dandy. The pass by Brendan Gallagher. Complete to Chick, and boy, if that would have been a little bit more underthrown, he would have took it all the way.
That was a heck of a throw.
Boy, Joe Chick's having a game already.
Might as well give that loose moose away right now.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a great pass.
Sure was. He had a guy in his face also.
Wow. 42-yard pickup for the Greenmen. First down at the Lake Catholic 41.
Well, Joe catches everything, doesn't he?
This offense is kind of reminding me of the old USFL here by the Aurora Greenmen. Take a lot of razzle-dazzle. Wes Miller on the keeper. He's headed to the near sideline. Wes is going to break it down to the 33-yard line. He picks up 7 yards on first down. That's a great first down play to get 7.
I'll tell you what, that was a great. The other first down play, you know, when you reach into your trick bag, first down's a great time to do it. And I love the call by Bob.
Tell you what, a ball game already here. Down to 1:55 left in the opening quarter. It's scoreless tonight on 9. Forget, if you're tuning in tonight at 7:30, we'll have it for you again tonight at 10:30, 1 a.m., 1 p.m. on Sunday as well. Matt Perry again is in motion. Young is going to run the sweep. Stephen Young trying to turn the corner. He makes it. Young carries. He's got the Aurora first down and pushed out of bounds at the Lake Catholic 25. And one of the Cougars is down behind the play. One of their defensive ends is down in pain, holding the knee again. Another knee injury. That looks to be number 50 down on the field. Chad Hauschnell.
That's a very nice run by Stephen Young. Good blocking up front. He did a great job of sealing the edge here. It's pretty close to late hit out here.
Behind the play, I saw Hauschel on the replay, his knee getting rolled up on from behind. And again, you see the signs, the city, all behind the Aurora Greenmen here tonight. The area's just been in a fever the last 3 weeks. The Nardonia community, the Aurora fans, everybody with a lot to cheer about this year. And it has been a special season for everybody in the area. I mean, how can 2 out of 3 teams in the state playoffs playing for a possibility of the Final Four, and I don't think the odds of that happening are going to be astronomical.
Yeah, probably slim to none, and some left town.
Yep.
But you know, you got 118 teams in Division III, and Aurora's already in the Elite 8, and 119 in Division II, and we're down to the Final Four. So it really is something when you think about it.
Well, right now Keith will be in the studio this week. We hope to have Bob in there as well for a double dip of Coach's Close-Up. That'll be seen Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, Thursday at 2, Friday at 10, hopefully preceding the Nardonia Pickerington Central game here on 9 next Friday night. And Bob enjoyed the game last night. Keith, so far I think you can say you're enjoying this one as well.
I'll tell you, I love this. I might just quit coaching and do this full time.
Oh, no, I don't think that. I don't know if they'll let you do that, boy, I'll tell you.
It's a lot safer up here.
And you know what? It's your life. You do what you deem fit, sir. I don't have no problem.
This is enjoyable, seeing it from a different perspective. Really makes me appreciate what you guys do on a weekly basis and the great job you do.
This is cake. This is cake compared to the job you got to coach. I tell you, all that methodical planning and everything. I just come here and ad-lib it, Coach. That's all I do. I let it fly. Oh, 90 seconds left to go here in the quarter. First down and 10 for the Greenmen at the Lake Catholic 25. Both of their drives tonight have been very, very effective. Other than the one turnover, Wes is going to keep it. He has a lot of running room to the near side. Wes Miller going to turn the corner. He's going to break it for the Aurora touchdown. And he made it look easy.
Wes has deceptive speed. That was a great run. He did a great job sealing that edge again.
That they did, Coach. I'll tell you, it looked real easy. The offensive line, they sold him so well to go to the right side, and he broke it back to the left, and nobody touched him. Yusef Labori is on to try the extra point out of the hold of Andy Mitroff. The Labori kick is a line drive up, and he missed it to the left. So another miss, though. Other than that, though, the Greenmen still come down the field to take the lead. And with 1:08 to go in the opening quarter, the Greenmen lead Lake Catholic by a score of 6-0.
I'll tell you, that was an impressive drive, starting with the trick play. They went 84 yards in 4 plays, and a elapsed time of 2:05. Wes Miller capping it off with a 25-yard run.
And again, I don't think anybody touches him for 25 yards.
Well, he does a nice job bouncing it, and I'll tell you, I think Aurora may have a speed advantage over the Cougars, which could bode well for him down the stretch here.
Oh, Miller takes it in from the 25, though. Lamore missed the extra point. We had that problem last night as well. It just, for some reason, it just didn't click. So hopefully we get into the end zone again. We'll see a 2-point conversion attempt. And if you're tuning in last night, it was Nordonia 27-18 over the Chardon Hilltoppers. And a nice comeback after Chardon led 10-0. I was nervous as you could be, but I'll tell you what, your son Zach just led a great drive down the field to get him back in the ball game. In that second quarter, they just pounded Chardon.
Yeah, it was, Zach had a great football game, as did all our players.
Yes, he did.
The credit goes to that entire senior class. Those guys, never wavered, never quit. Would have been easy to get down when you're down 10-0, but we just kept coming back. And that's why they're a pleasure to coach.
That's a football team, Chardon. They don't lose leads like they have, and there's going to be a fair catch at the 36. So Lake Catholic scouted this well. They'll take over on their third drive of the ball game, trailing 6-0. But I know I live in Chardon, so I've seen the Hilltoppers for 20 years, and I know traditionally, Coach, they have 10-0 leads. That's almost as good as a lock. And for what the kids did last night, that was an impressive victory. Well,
they're a big physical team, and what they like to do is control the football on you. But our defense really stepped up. It took us about a quarter and a half to get up to speed because it's tough to simulate that wing tee. But I'll tell you, after we got up to speed, give credit to our defensive coordinator, Al Hughey, and Brian Coleman, Mike Coles, Mike Sombrio, and the guys who work with that defense. They did a terrific job.
That's what Bob said last night. He was assuring me, he said, just give them time, Andy. They need to get their timing down, and he was right. That's why you guys coach the game, and I just shoot my mouth off. 1st and 10, Lake Catholic going to run the fullback, and up the middle, Randy Greenwood gets stuffed for maybe a yard on the play out to the 38-yard line. And the Greenmen are just stuffing the line. Mike Snyder with the tackle.
Well, I'll tell you, they're loading the box, and they're not going to run it on Aurora. It's a great job.
Yeah, Lake Catholic's getting no push at all on the line of scrimmage. I'm watching the individual battles, and Aurora just holding their ground. 2nd and 9.
They're going to have to throw the football a little bit to loosen Aurora up. They've got them stacked in there. They got 8 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, and they're bringing pressure.
Karowski's got time. He throws it out on the flat, and it's caught, and it'll be a 1st down. It's complete to Chris Spahar out in the flat. They'll spot him out at the 48-yard line. That's enough for the Lake Catholic 1st down.
I'll tell you, that was a nice job by the Cougars on blitz pickup there, picking up both backers, and a nice throw by the quarterback.
And that play was perfect, about as well as you could have drawn it up on the blackboard. And up to make the tackle was Matt Perry. Lake Catholic with their 1st down, moving the ball now to midfield with 20 seconds left in the 1st quarter. Karowski out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. They're going to hand off to the tailback. A nice run here by Jaranovac. Jaranovac keeps it rolling, and he's got another 1st down at the Aurora 37.
Ooh, he got pushed into him. See it?
Yep. So 15 seconds left, the 1st down. That'll move the sticks again. Lake Catholic up near the line of scrimmage, trying to get one more play off in the quarters. We watch the run by Jaranovac once again.
Ooh, that's giving him the business at the end of the play.
Yeah, that was a good no call, though, by the referee. Saw that. So 1st and 10, 5 seconds left. Lake Catholic going to run one more play. Karowski out of the shotgun. Gets the play off. Jaranovac carries again. Now he heads to the near sideline of the Lake Catholic bench. He breaks it into the secondary man to get around, and he's down to the Aurora 12. And on that run, the 1st quarter will come to an end, and Lake Catholic starting to run the ball effectively here in the waning stages of the period.
Well, he's a big, strong back. He made broke a couple tackles on that play.
So time has expired here in the 1st quarter in the Division III Region 9 championship game here from Twinsburg. After 1 quarter, the Aurora Greenmen lead the Lake Catholic Cougars by a score of 6-0. And again, the panorama along the sidelines today. And, of course, we wouldn't be able to bring you this game without the help of the good folks of Doug Denise Snyder at Parking Lot Sealing and Service Company, 995-9009. The Johnson Romito Funeral Homes, family owned and operated since 1913. Locations to serve you in Bedford, Hudson, Northfield, and Twinsburg. The Marymount Hospital Systems, a Cleveland Clinic Hospital Prompt Urgent Care Center located at 17747 Chillicothe Road in Bainbridge. That's Route 306. Thanks to Bill Keckett. Jim Venditti Photography Incorporated since 1947, specializing in high school senior pictures, sports, and family photography. So 1 quarter's in the books tonight. Coach, you've got some numbers.
Yeah, a couple first half stats. The Greenmen with 6 first downs in the first period, 3 for 7 passing for 71 yards and 46 yards rushing. For the Cougars, just 3 first downs, 9 rushing attempts for 52 yards, with the majority of it coming on those last 2 rushing plays. Thought Aurora did a great job defending the run, and just 11 yards passing. So the Aurora has a pretty sizable advantage in total yardage up to this point.
Yeah, Lake Catholic, though, their first trip to the red zone. We are at the 13-yard line as we get the second quarter underway from Twinsburg Tiger Stadium.
This is a big defensive series for the Greenmen. They got 10 men in the line of scrimmage. 10 men up.
First down 10, this time Karowski under center, and the Greenmen are going to encroach and cost them 5 yards. So Lake Catholic be given a great gift with the 1st and 5 at the Aurora 8. And tonight, Greg Bizjak directing down in the
Dead
truck.
ball, encroachment, defense. 5
Dennis
yards,
Shahetka,
still first down.
Mary Moore working down in the truck as well. And Greg today all hyped up for the big football game later. I can hear him down there working in the truck, doing a super job, as well as the entire Cable 9 crew. It was a tough night for us, Coach, as well as you. You were already down to Ashland already this morning. It's a short night for us, but we're back again here on 9, 1st and 5. And the fullback with a good break heading to the end zone. He's down to the 2 as Mike Snyder tackles Greenwood. And that should be enough for the Lake Catholic first down, and they'll have 4 cracks at it from about the Aurora 2.
Lake did a nice job down blocking there. Good kick out by their fullback on Kelsey. And a good hard run by Greenwood.
Yeah, the spot is going to be at the 2.5. We'll have to see. They're going to call it a 1st and goal. So
Need
Lake
a turnover.
Catholic, yep.
Need a turnover, Andy.
Well, the Cougars with an impressive drive after the Aurora score. Just underway in the second quarter. The Greenmen leading 6-0.
2 tights, I formation. Look for number 6.
Quick hitter up the middle, very close to the goal line. That was Jaranovic. He's going to be marked just a little bit short inside the 1. It'll be 2nd and goal for Lake Catholic.
Well, they couldn't get any closer.
Yep. You're right. I think there might be 1 blade of synthetic grass between the football and the chalk line, and already Lake Catholic to the line.
Quarterback sneak.
And they actually hand it off to Jaranovic. Boy, I thought doggone he got into the end zone, and Lake Catholic saying he did, and the referee said he didn't make it. And it'll be 3rd down and goal from inside the 1.
This is big right here. He almost fumbled the football reaching out. That would have been big.
Been nice for a 99-yard fumble return for a score.
That's what Chardon did to us in 2003.
That's right. You bet. 95 yards.
I don't forget.
I don't either. I heard about it for 3 years until last night. 3rd and goal, Jaranovic to the touchdown as he just gets over the end zone.
No signal.
The line judge at the bottom comes in with the
did?
signal, and Lake Catholic has a chance to take the lead.
Well, I'll tell you, I like the way the Greenmen made him earn it down there.
That is making a statement. It wasn't easy for them to come in and get the touchdown. They had to work for it for 3 plays. And on to try the extra point, number 9, John Schaefer. The chance to give Lake Catholic the 1-point lead. The snap is down, the kick is up. Kicks far enough, and the kick is good. So the difference of this ball game is the missed extra point by the Greenmen with 10:43 left in the half. It's Lake Catholic 7 and Aurora 6.
That was an impressive drive by Lake Catholic.
And it was a 64-yard drive after the pooch kick. And a touchdown again by Jaranovic, but he barely got in there.
Yeah, that was 8 plays, 64 yards, 225, capped off by the Jaranovic run. And Tell you, Aurora's got to answer right here.
They moved the ball. They really hurt themselves just the one time with the Wes Miller fumble. And I've been impressed with the offense thus far.
They'll be fine. They're going to settle down. And, again, they got great senior leadership, very well coached. They'll come right back on this drive.
Well, still plenty of time here to go in the second quarter. Nice, easy setup for us here at Cable 9 tonight. Everything all wired at Twinsburg Tiger Stadium. Of course, the home of the Twinsburg Tigers here on Cable 9. Our congratulations to them. Coach Al Hadakovic on a nice season. Would have been nice if they would have been in, too. Would have been great to have 3 teams in. But only so many spots to go around. So the kickoff coming now from Schaefer. And he puts it downfield.
He's got a leg.
And it's going to be Matt Perry from the 5. Matt Perry
see.
up the middle. He brings it out to the 30. So the Greenmen have some room to work with. The tackle on the play by Matt Lyons.
That's good field position. That's a good starting point for Aurora.
I also want to remind you tonight's telecast underwritten by the Ramsey Tax Service. Locations in Northfield and Akron, year-round specialists in tax planning and preparation, and they've been in business since 1982, and thanks to Ramsey Tax Service. I thought we forgot one there at the quarter.
That's what I'd like to have right now. That hot dog looks pretty good. I might go down and take that from that little girl.
It's a pretty big dog for that little tummy, I'll tell you. She should share it with you, Coach. Here comes Miller, going to run the option. He'll keep it run against the grain. He'll get about a yard on the play, and that'll be it.
Let him up.
1 yard pickup on the tackle, number 56 for Lake Catholic Nick Sipkus. Could we have a bite, honey? Love that Aurora shirt. That nice?
I'll tell you, it's great to see all the school spirit by Aurora and Nordonia. All the little kids and all the young people wearing all that green.
Yep. I have a neighbor that I've lived with Chardon 20 years. She lives in the building I do. She loves the color green, and she goes, "What do you got this week, Andy?" I says, "Well, we got Lake Catholic and Nardone." She goes, "What colors do they wear?" I go, "Green." She says, "You got 2 wins." I hope so far she's been the prophet. One right. Here's Young out on the flat. He's got it. Stephen Young first down, 45 and more. Young carries out to the 49 for an Aurora first down.
It's a nice job by West getting rid of the football. They brought a lot of pressure off the edge that time. Stephen Young's a weapon.
Yes, he is.
It's a good job by Romito blocking.
Stephen with the big touchdown catch last week. Yeah, that was almost
it's a great block out there by Joe Check also.
They'll spot it at the Aurora 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Greenmen, trailing 7-6. There's Matt Perry again in motion. They're pretty much ignoring him, and he's open out in the flat. They're looking down the field. It's incomplete, intended for Joe Check. Hit him right in the chest, and he dropped at the coverage out in the flat by Dave Plungus, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Oh, you couldn't get a better look
that ball
at that,
needs
Rob.
to be caught.
Yeah.
Don't see that very often with Joe.
No. He makes the tough catches, and then the easy ones he has trouble with. But you know what? That happens. They're kids.
High school players.
That's right. Heck, the NFL guys can't even do that. I mean, I see a lot of them do that too. So nobody's perfect. And last night at the end of the game, I was far from perfect for those who watched. My apologies for that. Wes Miller with a lot of running room. Miller, they're going to pick him up and carry him. And Miller's still on his feet. He carries the whole Lake Catholic defense to the 27. I'd say we saw a lot of emotion from Wes at the end of that Welsh Jesuit game last week, and Wes with a terrific run.
He's truly their leader, and that was a great effort by Wes. He just refuses to go down. Excellent job blocking up front. He doesn't get touched for about the first 10 yards. But this is great leg drive. Wes already has 59 yards rushing and 8 carries for a 7.4-yard average, and he's 3 for 8 throwing for 44 yards.
He might be getting some of those wings from the loose moose at the end of this ball game. Matt Perry is in motion. 1st and 10. West throws out on the flat. Mike Snyder's got the seam here if he can break one. Mike Snyder down to the Lake Catholic 12, and he's got another Aurora first down. After these passing routes for the Greenmen, they're wide open.
They're attacking the flats right now, and they're doing a great job of it. Aurora's got Lake's defense definitely off balance.
So a nice counter drive here by the Greenmen after Lake Catholic came down the field to take the 7-6 lead, and they have a first down on the Lake Catholic 12. Here's the Snyder run again.
Nobody there. Bob's doing a great job of attacking them on first down. This is a big drive for the Greenmen. They need to cap this thing off.
Mike Snyder getting a workout. Wes Miller going to run behind that big offensive front. He's inside the 10 to the 9. 3-yard pickup on the play. And they'll be faced with a 2nd and 7 here in the red zone. Their second trip to the red zone tonight. The last time, actually their first, because Wes Miller scored from 25 yards out. Bob giving him the play call from the bench.
7 down 8 from the 10.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a throw out in the flats here again.
Yeah, there's the Athletic Boosters tailgate here, the barbecue pit each and every week. They've provided us with meals all season long. The Twinsburg Athletic Boosters fake on the play. Wes Miller going to run for some life. He's going to throw that ball out of the back of the end zone. That's a good, smart play.
Great job by Wes. And I'll tell you, prior to that incompletion, the last 11 plays have gone for 42, 8, 9, 25 yards and a touchdown, 2, 15, an incomplete pass, 25, 15, and 3. So the Greenmen are moving the ball at will.
Some nice numbers there to play in the Super Lotto this weekend.
I'll tell you, I can't keep up with Russ's numbers fast enough.
It's amazing.
It
I
is
think Bob
amazing.
Mahalik he had Bob's head spinning last night at Bedford. Now you see why Jeff's got his hands full every Friday night here on 9. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Greenmen at the Lake Catholic 9.
They need to get 6 here, Andy.
I'd like 6 plus 2, Coach, would be nice.
I look for Wes Miller to keep the football down here.
Young is the motion man to the top. West looking to throw. Little hitch route. Now he'll go to the flag to the back of the end zone. It's going to be intercepted.
I threw it late.
No, Young come up with the catch. I don't believe it.
Wow.
Where did he come up with the football? It was intercepted, and Stephen Young came out of the pile with the football. You got to be kidding me. I don't believe it.
Looked like it was picked, didn't it?
I mean, the whole press corps is down here watching this one. We saw the same thing. I thought it was intercepted. We'll watch it again after the extra point.
Wow.
Here's the attempt for 2.
Team of destiny.
Yeah, the Greenmen here going to try to make it a 7-point game again. They lead 12-7. Wes Miller going to run the shotgun. He may just run a draw here, and here he comes to the near side. Get through the crack. Come on, Wes. Puts his head down, and he did not get it. Nonetheless, though, the Greenmen are able to match the score. They come down and drive the field and take a 12-6 lead on the Young reception for 9 yards. And I still don't know how he came up with the ball, and we'll watch it again here in a moment. The numbers coach on the drive. Here's the reception again. I don't know how he came up with this ball. Now there's West getting hit. Now we'll go to the end zone to watch it. Oh, it bounced to him.
Wow.
That ball bounced around like a pinball, and Young was on his knees and came up with it in the end zone.
That's great concentration, right place at the right time. The drive itself, 8 plays, 69 yards in 3 minutes and 21 seconds, and a 9-yard immaculate reception.
There's another look at
by
it.
Young. Wow. Lake Catholic's guy actually knocked his own guy off.
That was unbelievable. That had to have been a. Here's the onside kick again, and it's pooched up in the air, and Lake Catholic takes it at the 45.
The only negative about that kick is you're giving them great field position.
12-7, the Greenmen lead here with 7:20 left to the half.
If I had one complaint about our team last night, our kickoff coverage was not very good.
Yeah,
we gave them great field position a number of times.
Well, Mike Romito's there. You see Kevin Tawarek.
Somebody needs to check Mike's birth certificate. I think he looks like he's too old.
He's like LeBron. You know, LeBron looks like he's 35 already. So the Cougars coming out on the field, going right to the line of scrimmage, trailing 12-7. And this game, I hope, doesn't come down to the missed extra points.
Heck of a football game.
It has been thus far as we thought it would be.
Sure appreciate you having me over.
Coach, we wouldn't we wouldn't not have you, believe it or not. We're glad you're with us. First down and 10. Karowski looking to throw, puts it out in the flat to the sideline. It's complete. And
Good
it's
catch.
down to the Aurora 43-yard line.
It's a nice throw and catch.
Chris Spahar again comes up with his second reception of the game, and that's another Lake Catholic first down.
It's a very nice job by Karowski getting out and throwing on the run. Ooh. Do you have one in?
Tough to tell from our angle. The referee standing right there. 12-7 ball game this afternoon on 9. Aurora leading Lake Catholic in the Division III Region 9 championship game. They're going to run the draw up the middle to Jaranovec. Actually, that's not Jaranovec, but Mike Swigert carries, and Swigert carries down to the Aurora 40 for a 3-yard pickup. Stu Henderson getting up there off the pile along with number 87, Andrew Knapp.
Andrew Knapp on the initial hit. Second down, 7 from the 40.
Good hit there, too, by Bo Kelsey, looking good, holding his ground.
He's not 100%, but he's fighting out there, I'll tell you that.
Second down, 7. This is a big defensive stand here for the Greenmen now with the football in their territory on their 40.
Yeah, 9 guys in the box. Playing man on the corners.
Boy, I'll tell you. Stu Henderson jumped the count. That's 5 yards and gives Lake Catholic the ball at the 35. And some end characteristic
Dead ball.
mistakes
Encroachment, defense.
here by the Greenmen's defense, jumping the count.
That changes your whole line of thinking. You go from 2nd and 8 to 2nd to 3, and 2nd and 3.
It really makes it 4-down territory here at the 35-yard line.
I'm still a little bit surprised Lake hasn't taken any shots down the middle of the field, especially with Aurora and man coverage.
Hand off to the back. Greenwood carries, and he'll be close to the first down, maybe a little bit short at the Aurora 33-yard line. Jeff Burris getting up off the pile. And Burris coming off on 3rd down and 1 for Lake Catholic. Under 6 minutes left to the Aurora Band Show here at halftime on 9.
I'll tell you, very impressed with Jeff Burris the last couple weeks. He's listed at 5'11", 185. I'm not sure he's that heavy, but he plays his heart out there, as does Chris Hill inside.
Yes, he does. Yeah, Lake Catholic is slow in getting this play in from the bench. They want to make sure they're going to convert.
This is big.
3rd down and 1 for the Cougars.
Man,
at the
they
Aurora
stacked
34.
in there. And they're bringing them.
And it pops it for a gain of 5 down to the 30-yard line. Greenwood carries for the Lake Catholic first down. 5:28 left to the half. Yeah, that's a nice pickup there by the Cougars, converting the 3rd and 1.
Their fullback did an excellent job kicking out. This is a big defensive stop here. We need a stop.
Fake to the motion man. Karowski running for his life. And he'll run out of bounds at the Aurora 29-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on the play. Chris Hill chased him out of bounds.
There they were trying to take a shot at him, and he did a nice job getting out of the pocket that time.
And this is one thing against Walsh. This kid Karowski's got a little more quickness than the young man we saw last week for Walsh.
Excellent hustle by Fiore. Is that Chris Hill and Bo Kelsey playing hard.
Now 2nd down and 8. As you look across the way at the Lake Catholic coaching staff, the kids there up in Menor, Ohio. Boy, they're having a great year too with the Menor Cardinals and the Lake Catholic Cougars in the state playoff. Menor coming off a win. There's a penalty. That's a live play. Now they're going to call it dead, but the wide receiver jumped for Lake Catholic, and that'll set them back 5 and bring up 2nd and 13. Dennis is having fun with the yellow flag there on the screen. We've had a lot more of that than last night, and here's the call.
Dead ball, offsides, offense.
I'll tell you, if you're the Aurora defense, this is exactly where you want to be right now, second long, because they can, utilize their entire blitz packages. I think they do a great job of.
No, that's not. They marked off too many yards. That's a 7-yard penalty. That ball should be down at the 34. Whoa, they're letting them get away with it. I don't know. The coach is coming on the field.
No,
they got to correct this. Ball should be down at the 34, not the 36, because they had a 2nd and 8.
I believe you are correct, sir.
We are 5 yards.
I don't know about that.
What was the first down play? There you go.
It was
Andy,
the
you're
quarterback
exactly
run
right.
for 2.
Yeah.
So they move it up to the 34-yard line. That's where the spot should be. And that is the correct call. If they spot it at the 34, that's correct. Yep, they're going to move it up. It's nice that we got away with it, but we got to be honest.
I would have taken the 3.
Now, 2nd and 13 coming up for the Cougars on the 34 as we get things straightened out. 12-7, Aurora leading this football game here from Twinsburg.
Their man coverage again. There it is.
Borowski looking for the deep home run ball to the
He's
post
got it.
pattern. Caught for the touchdown. Randy Greenwood scores 34 yards out, and Lake Catholic regains the lead.
Very good throw and catch.
Right on the money from Borowski.
He had an awful lot of time. When you're man coverage, you can't allow them that much time. They're going to go for 2 here. That's what the chart says. They're up 1, correct?
At 13-12.
They'll be going for 2.
They actually have a chart for that, huh?
Yes.
Okay. And you buy it.
Well, in the heat of the game,
All right.
Most football coaches can't count anyway.
So Lake Catholic's going to go for the 2 is what the coach says the chart says to do. Borowski, he's going to look to throw for it. Running out of time, and they're going to take him down back at the 14. So the Greenmen get their first sack of the game. Stu Henderson comes up to make the tackle, and the conversion fails for Lake Catholic. But nonetheless, they have come back to take the lead in this football game with 4:52 left in the half. It's the Cougars leading the Greenmen 13-12.
Nice job by Henderson and Knapp. I'm very impressed with Knapp as a junior. He's got great leverage and does a nice job out there. Scoring drive by the Cougars, 53 yards in 6 plays and elapsed time of 2:30 with the scoring pass for the touchdown. And again, had plenty of time, and they caught him in man. He makes a nice throw. Actually pretty well covered.
Yeah, Matt
Just
Perry
got a
was
little
all over
behind
him.
him.
Here's the 2-point conversion.
Mike Snyder, excellent job.
So 13-12 ball game right now on the books. It's Lake Catholic leading by 1.
You know, what started out as a pretty slow game offensively has turned into a
It's a shootout again. Here we
shootout
go
now.
again. I think we got a lot more points coming tonight, Coach, the way it's looking.
What's the over on this game?
I was thinking 41. We're at 25 now. I think we might get over that. So Lake Catholic to kick off. It's going to be John Schaefer to do the honors. He puts this one downfield. It's going to be Matt Perry from the 7. Perry up the middle of the field. Matt Perry finds a lane. He's out to the 31. It's a good field position again for the Greenmen on the kick return with 4:47 left in the half. Again, if you're tuning in, there'll be no trivia this evening because of nobody will be at the studio running the tapes. We'll all be home watching some other things today. And
Who's playing this afternoon?
some team in maize and gold and scarlet and gray. And that's as far as I'm going to say on that one. Because, again, I think, like I said last night, we're here to focus on these kids. They've worked hard all year and deserve to be here. This is their day. 1st and 10 for the Greenmen. Wes Miller going to keep it. He's got some running room here to the near sideline. Miller turns the corner. Wes is going to run out of bounds out on the 39-yard line. That's a 6-yard pickup on first down. And the Cowbells are in numbers here today at Twinsburg.
Gonna have to have more of that cowbell.
some of the work up front you see, allowing West to get to the outside, Coach.
It'll be second down and 3.
He makes me nervous when he's carrying the ball with his inside arm.
Yeah, they're sending Bo Kelsey to the locker room. He's been having trouble with that leg, and it's really stiffened up on him now. So there may be something more serious than what we thought. Second down 3 for the Greenmen. Young is in motion to the top. Fake to Snyder, and they're going to look to throw the screen. Wasn't there. West is going to hold the ball and run for close to a first down at the 42-yard line. And where the line judge is coming in, he'll have it.
That's a very smart play by West. They defended the screen very well that time, and West, got the first down with his legs.
I've been impressed with both these quarterbacks. Wes Miller this afternoon and your son last night against Chardon, making some great decisions with the football.
Well, I'll tell you, the way defenses are playing today, you've got to have a quarterback that's mobile in the pocket. If you got a guy that can't move, you're going to have some trouble.
That's right. Last night, though, Zach, his poise was terrific. When he didn't have something, he didn't try to force it. And he made a lot of plays when he didn't have anything, and that's why we gave him the loose boost last night. And tonight, Wes Miller doing the same thing. First down, Greenmen, 4:07 left in the half. Young is in motion, and there's a marker down. It's going to be a delay of the game on the Greenmen.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
West coming down to see Bob Mahalik and get the play call.
2nd and 15 from just outside the 37.
You can stay with us here in 4 minutes. We'll have a look. There's Werby, the defensive coordinator for the Aurora Greenmen, Brian Werby.
Well, I'll tell you, the last 3 weeks watching Aurora, I'm very impressed with him. He's going to be a great head coach someday.
Got a lot of great young assistant coaches in the area. Yourself, Coach, on your staff, a couple of people. You'll be happy. I see Jimmy coming up with some chow.
Oh, yeah?
Miller going to throw back against the grain. Couple men are there, and it is going to be batted up in the air and incomplete.
Wow.
Joe Check couldn't hold on to it. Bodies were flying all over the place.
It looked like it was pretty close to interference.
Andy Mitroff, the intended receiver. My apologies.
Somebody say there was some food coming up here to the press box.
I thought. All right, what do you got, Russ? Up penalty marker down back at the line of scrimmage. Ineligible downfield against Aurora. Didn't see that one, but nonetheless, that's the call. Here's Joe Check away from the play, and we couldn't get him the ball that far downfield. You see the play in the upper part of the screen. That was a good coverage.
That was a good play.
Downfield offense.
I was kind of watching his left hand. I thought he had his left hand on him pulling down, but the great camera work by our crew shows that it was a great play.
Simultaneous contact. Couldn't be any more perfect. So first down and a whole bunch now. 1st and 20 now for the Greenmen after the penalty.
There's a little hammer screen.
And it's intercepted. This one might be brought back. Dave Jaranovics headed to the end zone. He picks it off and takes it back for the Lake Catholic touchdown. But a marker's down back here at the 30. So this one might be called back.
Well, the only thing is, if it was behind the line of scrimmage, there's no pass interference. And I'm sure that's what Lake Catholic's going to argue. It was definitely pass interference if it was in front of the line of scrimmage, and I think that's going to be the discussion by these officials.
Now the flag is right at the line of scrimmage. We'll watch the replay again.
Where is the line of scrimmage?
33-yard line.
And there's no pass interference there. I don't think. We hope so for Aurora's sake, but I don't know where that was at. It's a huge play.
Yeah, they possibly could take 6 points off the board for Lake Catholic, which would be a great gift.
Where's the line?
33-yard line. Now the contact comes at the 30.
That's no pass interference there by rule.
Yeah. Yeah, a heck of a long discussion. Yeah, the fans better shut up, because I'll tell you what, if they can get this break and get the call. Yeah, they want to make sure they get this right. I mean, there's no rush to get this done here. Let's get it right. The way they're talking to Lake Catholic, I think they're maybe hopefully going to explain to them they're going to take it off the board. Well, then maybe not. Here's the call.
That's the right call. Unfortunately, that's the right call.
Well, Lake Catholic getting their second touchdown here in the last.
No, wait a minute. They're giving them the football there. What is going on here?
That's what happened, Bob.
That makes sense.
Okay,
Thanks,
but we
Dr.
waved the
Long.
flag off because the ball never, the pass wasn't caught beyond the line of
Makes sense.
scrimmage. Okay,
Thank
I'm
you.
going to go explain it to him too.
That's still, though, if they wave the flag off, it's a Lake Catholic touchdown. I don't know how you can give them the football on the 28-yard line unless they're going to call an inadvertent whistle.
It should be a Lake touchdown.
He throws his flag for defensive pass interference, but because the ball didn't go beyond the line, you cannot have interference. After your team intercepted the ball, had an inadvertent whistle.
Oh, boy.
According to the rules, anytime there's an inadvertent whistle, the team in possession has the option of replaying it down or taking the spot where the whistle is blown. Well, we're going to take the ball. Your ball. Okay.
All right, well, they do take the
All right,
six off
that's a
the
good
board.
break. That's a good break for Aurora right there.
It's
Big
Lake
time.
Catholic football. Actually, though, Keith, they really shouldn't have blown the whistle to begin with on the play. It should have been a continuation.
They made a mistake, but, you know, hey, it happens.
So the touchdown's taken off the board, stays 13-12, double reverse. They're going to score anyhow. Randy Greenwood on the first play. He'll take it home anyhow. Lake Catholic gets the touchdown and extends the lead.
That's a great call by Coach Bell on sudden change. A little bit of confusion out there, and wow.
So nonetheless, just 9 seconds later, Lake Catholic takes it to the house. They add to the lead and now have the lead up to 19-12. They'll try the extra point. And the Greenmen all of a sudden have really gotten discombobulated here on the offense and the defensive side of the ball. John Schaefer to try the extra point. Snap is down, the kick is up, the kick's long enough, and the kick is good. So we've got 3:37 left to go to the half, and Lake Catholic extends the lead over the Greenmen to a score of 20-12.
I can do the math on that drive, I think.
Lake Catholic has come alive with 20 points here in this period, and this was just set up perfectly. The defense needs to make some adjustments, Coach. Lake Catholic's been really moving the ball well the last 3 possessions.
Well, you know, Lake's running game up to this point, they've just been pounding. They've showed no counteraction at all. So, again, that's a great call. After a play in a game like that occurs, that's a great job going after it, as Bob did earlier on first down here. So, hey, Aurora's still got plenty of time.
Yeah.
You know, it's
only an 8-point ball game.
got a
That's
great
one
2-minute
score.
offense. Let's get it going here and get it tied up at half.
They have all 3 timeouts. Here comes the Lake Catholic kickoff. Schaefer to put it in the air. Matt Perry going to run under it. He'll take it on the 6 once again. Perry along the far sideline. Matt Perry with another good return to the 28-yard line. So the Greenmen have some work to do. It's an 8-point Lake Catholic lead with plenty of time left here in the half. Yeah, Miller got things going in quarter number 1, Coach. 25-yard run, then Jaranovic a 1-yard run on the ensuing possession. Made it 7-6 Lake Catholic in the second. Young caught that miracle catch in the end zone from 9 yards to give Aurora a 12-6 lead. And Lake Catholic with 2 touchdowns in about 45 seconds. Greenwood a 34-yard reception and a 32-yard run. And the Cougars have the 8-point advantage. Wes Miller to throw.
Well, right now,
Steps up. Go ahead.
good play.
And West will run out of bounds after picking up 7 on first down. Go ahead, Coach.
Right now, the difference is turnovers. I don't believe Lake has one, do they? And Aurora has 2. And that's huge right now.
And you get this late in the season, that pretty much is the difference. I mean, last night you guys had none. Chardon had 4, and that was the difference in that ball game as well. And, I mean, it changed the momentum of the football game. The Aurora's just got to get their heads back on straight, get things moving, and shore up the defense, try to get a turnover, and we'll be all right. It's 20-12 the score. It'll be a shootout. It'll have to be if they're going to pull this one out.
They've got a heck of a football team. There's a lot of ball. Draw.
Young. Oh, he lost the football.
Hang on.
Cougars come up with it. Turnover number 3 as Lake Catholic gets it at Aurora's 33-yard line.
I'll tell you, knowing Mike Bell, they're going to go up top, down the middle here.
Young had a lot of running room. He just got stripped of the football. And it looked to be Nick Sipkis with the strip.
If Lake Catholic had a loose moose player, it'd be Sipkis right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't be surprised if they try to go up top here right away. Look for possibly Greenwood.
Again on the staggered count.
Nope.
They run Jaranovic, and he gets a good first down carry down to the Aurora 29-yard line. Picks up 5. Lake Catholic, they're doing the job on first down now, starting to establish the line of scrimmage. And this kid, after a slow start, has really come on, Jaranovic. Second down 5, he'll try him again off that right side. He'll come forward for a couple. Chris Hill's in there.
It's good defense.
Gain of only 2. It'll bring up third down, and let's go with about 3.
They need to stop here.
Yeah.
And I'm a little surprised Lake didn't go after another one right away with momentum. I don't think you want to give Aurora the football back in this half.
No, you don't. They are running the clock, 2:25 left in the first half. Aurora fans on their feet. Third down 2. Fullback carries has the, well, wait a minute, I heard the whistle, and they're going to call him down at the 25, a yard short of the first down. The pile was moved past the first down stick. Chris Hill comes up on the tackle of Greenwood, and it's 4th down and 1, and a long one it is for Lake Catholic.
This is a big play for Aurora right now. They need a stop.
Now Karowski's running the count. He'll hand it off, and it's going to be a first down to Greenwood. Puts his head down and takes it to the Aurora 21, stopping the clock with 1:54 in the half.
I'll tell you, their one offensive tackle, Barry's doing a heck of a job. He's a good player. I believe he's already been offered a couple scholarships.
Yes, he has. And they'll wind the clock now. This Lake Catholic may want to actually slow it down a little bit. 1:45 left in the half. 2 wide receivers split here to the bottom.
Look for the quarterback to keep it.
Karowski just going to give it to Jaranovic, and he carries it through to the linebacking core and picks up good yardage down to the Aurora 15.
Looks like right now Lake Catholic offensive line starting to wear on the Aurora Greenmen defensive line. They've got a big size advantage.
And one thing Karowski's doing very well is he's staggering the count. He's going sometimes on a staggered count, sometimes on a quick count. He's keeping Aurora's defense off balance. High snap, loose football, and he's going to pick it up. Got a good bounce back at the 24. And if the Aurora can get out of here without giving up points, I'll take it, though, 20-12 at the half. 28-12 is going to be tough.
Well, with 3 turnovers and all the things that have gone wrong, and I don't think the Greenmen have played nearly their best football.
No.
They can be fortunate to get out of the half at 20-12.
Yeah, 1:05 left as Lake Catholic takes their first time out of the half. Again, our thanks to everybody here. Bill Schumacher, our good friends Al Baker, Harvey here, and the great staff of Twinsburg High School for hosting this game. I know the OHSAA was really scrambling for places on Saturdays. And also our thanks to the good folks at Reddy's Pizza, ready to serve you at Broadway or at Ravenna and Shepherd Roads right here in Twinsburg, 405-4556. The Loose Moose Cafe in the Sagamore Square Shopping Center. The 10 television screens, daily dinner specials, closed on Sunday. Chalupka's, the Sandwich King, Broadway and Alexander Road in beautiful Oakwood Village. They've got snack trays, party trays, beverages, snacks, lottery, free parking. That's Chalupka's, the Sandwich King. The Aurora crowd facing the 3rd and 13 for the Cougars. Crowd on their feet. They realize this is a big play in this football game.
They're going to throw this thing deep.
Oh, Alex Karowski's having a heck of a game. He's got time. He's going to the flag round. The man's there, and it's incomplete. It was a great pass for Randy Greenwood, and it was thrown to where Aurora couldn't defend it, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 4th and 13.
He actually had him initially.
Oh, Lake Catholic running some nice routes.
I'll tell you, that shotgun snap really hurt him. That was big. This is big right here.
Yeah. Lake Catholic is prepared. They're going to try the field goal. 42-yard attempt. John Schaefer will try it.
You know, I'm really impressed with the way Lake Catholic is picking up Aurora's blitz package right now. They're doing a great job.
Scott Royer will hold it.
Fake it.
They jumped for a 5-yard penalty. They did the shift.
Really?
They did the Nordonia shift, and it cost Aurora 5 yards. And see, they've got Aurora on their heels defensively. Here's the call from the ref.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense.
Aurora's so antsy on the giddy up at the line of scrimmage. They're barking these counts, you know, with the inflection, and it's causing Aurora to jump like crazy. That's about the 3rd or 4th time that's hurt the Greenmen. Now the field goal attempt is going to be 37 yards.
Still a long field goal in high school.
Schaefer this was about his range, 41 yards. They're going to get the snap off. The kick is up. It's going to be long enough, and the kick is good.
Wow.
37-yard field goal for Lake Catholic here in the late stages of the quarter, and they have increased the lead to over the Aurora Greenmen to 23-12.
I'll tell you, I know Aurora did not want to give up points there, but 3 is a heck of a lot better than 7 in that situation.
Yep. I'd concur with that. They actually do have some time here to work. 55 seconds, 3 timeouts remaining. They got to be careful, though, not to turn it over. And the only negative note, too, about this, Lake Catholic will get the ball first in the second half.
I'll tell you, Aurora played great defense in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Lake Catholic did a much better job of mixing their plays. Now they're running in, throwing the ball effectively, and I'm sure Aurora's going to make the necessary adjustments at halftime to get this thing shut down.
And a lot of damage done. A 23-point quarter for the Cougars. I don't even know if Aurora gave up 23 the whole season in a ball game, and they did against Crestwood 27. Other than that, nobody scored 23 in a football game, let alone one quarter against the Greenmen defense.
They've got a heck of a defense. They'll be back. They'll be fine.
So the kickoff coming up again here by Schaefer, and it's a line drive, going to go into the end zone and touchback, 20-yard line for the Greenmen. And, you know, Coach, that 5 yards looked like that made the difference on that
field
goal.
It did. It made it by about 1.5 yards. That was huge.
So the Greenmen going to try to shake things off, as the coach said, regroup in the locker room. That's far from over here, and only a 9-point football game.
What do the penalties look like in this first half? I know Aurora's been hurt, 5 penalties so far. And the big number really, obviously, is the 3 turnovers. That's huge.
Yeah, I thought I got a good education from Parma. It's an 11-point advantage. Wes Miller looking to throw on first down. He will be sacked, and down he goes back at the 16. So the coverage is there now for the Cougars. Wes goes down with his first sack of the ball game, or actually second sack.
Might want to get through the half now.
Yeah, 38 seconds and running.
Second down, 13 from the 17.
Lake Catholic doing a nice job. Pat Swigert with the sack on the play.
They just did a nice job staying in their pass rush lanes that time, because Wes Miller's made some great plays in this first half.
Yeah, he has.
With his feet.
Yep.
At that time, it was great coverage by the Cougars.
16 seconds to go in the half, and they're just going to run Young.
Smart football, just trying to get out of the half.
Young coming through the line.
They're trying to rip it out, and they got it out late. Hang on to that football.
And the clock will run out here in the first half. So the Greenmen starting off the game very quick. But the Lake Catholic Cougars capitalizing on Aurora mistakes. And 23 second quarter points go to the locker room, leading the Aurora Greenmen 23-12. We'll be back on Cable 9 after this break with the halftime band show. Stay with us.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to continue your halftime entertainment, there is the 2006 edition of the Aurora High School Greenmen Marching Band, and under the field command of Senior Drum Major Andrew Dalton. Love songs have been a staple of the rock music scene for years, and tonight the Aurora Band would like to play for you some of their favorite love songs. And the band starts off this afternoon with a big hit, arranged by former Aurora High School student David Glyvar. It's driving us mad, it's driving us crazy, it's Jungle Love. This next love song hit the United States charts for an amazing 43 weeks in 1981. The group Soft Cell sung to us about heartache and running away from tainted love. The year was 1973, and cell phones were not even being thought about. So how would anyone contact their loved one? Well, CB radio, what else? The Dutch group, Golden Earring, taught us about this way of communication. So, watch now and listen. It's the Aurora highlights featured in Radar Love. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Aurora High School Greenmen Marching Band.
And we're back at Twinsburg, the Division III Region 9 championship game. Lake Catholic leading Aurora. They have 23-12. A lot of offense here in this first half, and we've got the highlights to prove it. As Aurora getting off to the early start in this football game. The first score of the ball game, Wes Miller on a draw call for 25 yards. Coach, everything was looking great here, wasn't it?
Yeah, great start for the Greenmen.
Nice run for Wes Miller. Here's the play of the half for Aurora. What looked like a sure interception here, and how Stephen Young comes up with the football out of the pile. We still haven't figured it out, but that gave Aurora a brief 12-6 lead. And then, folks, Lake Catholic just turned things on. They played a terrific second quarter, scoring 23 points in this football game to take the lead. And there's Bo Kelsey. He's on crutches as well. That's not good to see as you see the Miller run once again.
Losing Bo Kelsey's like us losing Ryan Codner.
Yeah.
You cannot replace guys like that.
Yeah, that's the first score. Juranovic, he scored for the Lake Catholic Cougars, their first one. This one really a hard one to swallow. The 34-yard pass to Greenwood, just a perfect throw, perfect catch. And then this one here, right after the interception, it was Greenwood again on the reverse. From 32 yards out, they added a 37-yard field goal by Schaefer late in the quarter, and that made it 23-12. The halftime numbers kind of impressive as far as the Lake Catholic Cougars are concerned as well.
Well, most of that damage was done in that second quarter.
Yeah,
They dominated the second quarter. And, you know, the big stat is 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
You can't turn the football over in ball games this magnitude. But I feel pretty good about the Greenmen. They come out, they come out here and get a defensive stop. They'll be right back in this thing because I believe they'll score a lot more points.
Well, they do, I agree, Coach. They'll need to stand here firm on defense. Yusef Lamoury to kick off to start the second half. The coaches have made their adjustments. 23-12 as we get ready to start the Region 9 championship game here in the second half. Andy Sepchik with Coach Keith Bodeker here, and the referee there, Lamoury's waiting for the referee to give him the high sign, and we're ready to go.
Let's go, Aurora.
Lamoury to kick it off, and he's going to put a leg into it. Going to take a carpet roll, a high bounce picked up by Greenwood. He heads to the far side. He's got a lot of room. Greenwood out to midfield, cuts it back. Greenwood still on his horse. He's all the way deep into Aurora territory at the 29, and that's not the way you want to start the half if you're a green-shirted Aurora Greenman.
And that's probably why they didn't kick it deep, initially.
They will mark him out of bounds. Yeah, there's a flag back, hopefully a push in the back at the 25-yard line to the far side of the field. This one might be coming back, and it is. That's a big break. And our referee, Jim Gehagen.
32 Greenwood has deceptive speed. It doesn't really look like he's moving that fast.
No, he doesn't, but he's quick. He is.
He's just a sophomore. I was talking to Coach Bell a little bit before the game. They've got a pretty young team over there.
10 yards. First down.
Now the holding penalty puts them back at the 15-yard line, so the Greenmen are given a great opportunity now. They'll have to work a long field with Lake Catholic as we get the second half underway. You saw the Aurora Greenmen outgaining Lake Catholic in the first half, but the 3 turnovers leading to most of the points for Lake Catholic. And now the defense is going to have to come up big. 1st and 10. Karowski out of the shotgun from the 15-yard line. They're going to hand it quickly right up the middle, and Fiore comes up with a big hit.
Right there.
Juranovic gets stopped for no gain on the play, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's a great job by Fiore, and it's good to see the Greenmen defense come out fired up. Need to go 3 and out here, and they're going to get some pretty good field position.
And Lake Catholic does work a no-huddle offense. Sometimes they're in a hurry, sometimes they're not. Keeps the defense off balance. 2nd down and a bunch, and now we have a stoppage of play, and what are we going to have? It's a substitution foul against Lake Catholic.
Dead ball. False start.
Boy, it'd be nice if the Aurora could get their first turnover.
Yeah, Pete Hansberger and
that's John Hansberger and Billy Smith.
Right.
Both played outstanding games last night.
They certainly did. They're here tonight supporting the Greenmen as well. A great turnout. High snap. Quarterback keeper Karowski, and he'll get back to around the original line of scrimmage plus a yard or 2 to around the 16-yard line. And it'll bring up 3rd down and long now for the Cougars here. The first drive of the second half here at Friday Night Football on 9. Chris Hill coming up with the hit along with Jeff Burris.
This is a big play right here. The Greenmen crowd sure into it.
3rd and 9. They have a terrific turnout here. They have been very enthusiastic all night long.
Lake
here.
Catholic's in an unbalanced formation. Look, coming this way. He's got
Timing pattern, it's complete. 25-yard line, that's a Lake Catholic first down. So again, they get the out route. It's complete to Chris Spahar. And the Cougars convert and move the chains.
That was a huge conversion by Lake Catholic. They came out in an unbalanced set and did a great job. Great throw and catch.
And these are being put away where the coverage can't get to it. So they get 3 more fresh downs from the 27-yard line.
Back to 2 tight end set. Now they're going to pound it with their running game.
Oh, and a nice step move to the outside for about a yard on the play. That's Randy Greenwood carries. Fiore's there on the tackle for Aurora.
Fiore's had a great game this afternoon.
Already down to 9:45 left in quarter number 3.
Jeff Burris doing a nice job on that play, taking on the lead blocker. A lot of times those things go unnoticed, and many times that's just as important as the tackle.
Well, those one-on-one battles in the trenches, folks, getting the job done. Second down coming up now for Lake Catholic.
2 tight ends with 2 splits to the right here. We're going with that sprint out pass again.
Karowski buying the time, puts it out on the
got him.
flat. It's complete for the first down to Randy Greenwood out near the 40-yard line. And this is one of these time-consuming drives here for the Cougars now as they convert another first down. That's a great play call because that's running away from the Aurora speed on the defensive line, buying the time to have the out pattern. He throws in front of the receiver, and it's very hard to defense.
That is tough to defense.
First down again for the Cougars at the 40. And the carrier 3-yard gain for Jaranovic. Twarek on the stop for the Greenmen after a gain of 3.
Wonder what the significance of the big stripe on the helmet is versus the little stripe.
I think usually the seniors have the big fat stripes at Lake County. I guess they get for each letter they get a stripe on the helmet, to my knowledge.
Oh, okay.
They do that at Chardon too. I don't know if you knew the seniors have the black stripe on the helmet. The underclassmen do not. Second down and 7. And Karowski's going to keep, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Stu Henderson there along with Kevin Twarek, and it'll be 3rd down and 7.
Now, the last 2 times on 3rd down, they've gone to that sprint out pass with the out route. Look for them to come with an out and up here. Aurora's got to be careful. They got to defend it hard, but at the same time understand they may turn it up.
And all the support here, the Aurora fans today, the signs are terrific. They have really supported, the force support for these kids has been amazing this year. 3rd down and 7 for Lake Catholic. Cougars have already converted 2 third downs on this drive. And they're looking to make it 3. Karowski with time as the man over the middle, and it's picked off by Joe Check. Joe Check with some running room, 50. He's to the Lake Catholic 40-yard line, and the Greenmen with the first turnover of the ball game take over in Lake Catholic territory.
That's a great play by Joe.
Well, now we're in business here at the 40-yard line, a score, and we got a fresh new ball game once again. And it'll be up to the O-line now to get the job done after the Joe Check interception, and Herman Fontenot high-fiving Joe Check on the sideline. Just good coverage.
It was good coverage. Ball was a little bit underthrown.
Yep. But we'll take it. First down Greenmen at the Lake Catholic 40.
Absolutely had to have it.
Stu Henderson coming here. They're giving it to Young. Young turns the corner, the 30. Young still carrying to the 25-yard line. A 15-yard gain and an Aurora first down. We're down to 7.5 to go in the 3rd quarter.
That's a good job by the offensive line and a good hard Young by Steve Young.
Again, we invite you to stay with us at the conclusion of the ball game for the post-game show and the trophy presentation here for the regional champions and the runner-up. First down and 10 at the Lake Catholic 25-yard line. Wes Miller working under center this time. Henderson to the top. Give it to Young again. He comes through the traffic. Spin move. Young to the 15. He has another Aurora first down. Tackled by Bob Reho.
It's a big drive by Aurora. Looks like they're featuring Stephen Young here.
Well, the Greenmen at the Lake Catholic 14. A nice quick drive here in the 3rd period, trailing by 11.
Man, he's quick.
Well, we had Nardonia trailing Chardon by 10 last night. They came back to win, and can the Greenmen do the same tonight?
No question in my mind. I've watched these kids for 3 weeks now and a lot last year.
Young coming to the far side this time. He'll turn it in. He's to the 9-yard line. Reho again on the tackle after a gain of 5.
This team has great heart. You know, you look at their record the last 2 years. You know, you're talking about a team that's 21-3. So they've been here.
And a kid like Wes Miller at that after the Walsh Jesuit game last week, I wouldn't want to lose with him on the field. He might beat the crap out of me. He's a competitor as Wes. Bob Mahalik, what a job he's done this year with the Aurora Greenmen, as he has his whole career. Coming over from Lakewood High School.
Bob has got a great program going over there, and I can see them being in the playoffs consistently year in and year out. Once you get it going,
yep,
it's very exciting.
He's got a great core of athletes. 2nd and 5. Henderson headed here to the bottom again. Young on the counter. Stephen Young looking to go to the flag. Stephen Young for the touchdown. And Aurora takes advantage of the turnover to get the touchdown.
They got to go for 2 now.
And we're at 23-18. The 2-point conversion would get it back to a field goal. So far, we've not had much luck with conversions. We've only had, I think, 1 that have been made.
That was a big drive by Aurora off the turnover. That drive was mostly Stephen Young, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Stephen Young, very impressive. Will give you the scoring drive after the point conversion attempt. West looking to throw. It doesn't have anything. Now puts it across the middle, and it's incomplete. So the conversion again fails for the Greenmen. They're 0 for 3 on conversions today. But nonetheless, they're back in the football game. 6:20 to play in quarter number 3. It is Lake Catholic 23, Aurora 18.
That was a 40-yard drive in 4 plays in 1 minute and 19. With Stephen Young going in for a 9-yard run, and Young had all the yardage on that particular drive.
Here's a look at the touchdown. Great blocking from the offensive front.
That was an awesome job by Knapp, caving things down, and Aurora's offensive line did a great job. And they outgained them the first half. It's just turnovers were the key, and now it's going the other way.
Russ wants his card back, Coach. He's recycling. He's doing the smart thing.
He's a cheapskate.
Oh, well. Hey, you know what, Russ? You're going to get in his graces very good there, Coach Bo, I'll tell you.
Hey, we're having fun up here.
Great ball game. This is fun.
Great ball game.
It's a shootout here in Twinsburg. 23-18. I said the over-under was 41, Coach. We've got 41 on the board right now. So it's even. It's a push.
55, Romito, he does a great job on the offensive line, week in and week out. He's a warrior.
Yep.
Well, this is going to be big. Kick the thing deep, and let's go to work. Let's get them pinned down. And
well, I'll tell you what, that penalty, though, helped on that kick return, that holding. That
yes,
set up
it did.
that.
Almost forgot about that.
Yeah. And Lake Catholic would have had the ball at the Aurora 37-yard line, and the penalty set them back to allow Aurora to get the interception and the touchdown. They may just go back to the pooch kick again. That's an onside kick, going to go out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's too bad they couldn't get it to go out at like the 26 or 27, but nonetheless, Lake Catholic will have in good field position again. If I'm the Cougars, I maybe want to make them kick it again.
No, I think they'll take that field position. I'd take it on the 37 every time.
So Lake Catholic will get the football in good shape.
Unless they're going to kick it to Jordan Maven. Then I'll have them kick it over.
There you go.
That doesn't happen too frequently anymore.
No, it doesn't. I tell you, Sharon did a good job trying to keep it away from them, but didn't work out all the time last night. First down, Lake Catholic now in a 23-18 football game.
You can feel momentum is going the other way now.
And the handoff to the fullback, Juranovic, and he's got a good gain of about 7 yards out to the 44-yard line. Mike Snyder's there on the stop along with Matt Perry.
That's a good tackle by Perry, bringing down a big, strong back. Almost broke out of there.
Forget we'll have our loose moose player of the game tonight. Second down, 3 coming up for Lake Catholic, looking to the bench for the call. There's the play call now on 2nd and 3 with Karowski out of the shotgun. And Juranovic carries up the middle. He'll be close to a first down. And where he's leaning there at the 48, he'll have it. That's enough for Lake Catholic to move the sticks as we're down to 5.5 minutes left in quarter number 3.
Fast third quarter.
Everybody likes that today. They want to move along here tonight. Well, the ball spotted at the 48-yard line. First and 10 for the Cougars. They lead 23-18 here from Twinsburg Tiger Stadium. Division III Region 9 championship game on 9. Penalty marker down for a line of scrimmage violation. Going for the home run ball. It is caught and complete to the 21-yard line. It's caught by Chris Behar.
That's going to be on Lake, I think, isn't it?
Unless Aurora lined up offside. They're talking to Chris Hill. And I think they're going to say it's a motion penalty against Lake Catholic, which here's the call from the ref.
Illegal motion.
And the motion man headed upfield a little bit early, and that's going to cost them 5 yards. And they gave a pretty darn good catch here by Spahar.
It was a nice throw and catch. He couldn't have thrown it any better.
Yeah, Alex Karowski's having a real good game today for Lake Catholic.
He's got a lot of poise for an underclassman. I'm real impressed with all their skill players.
Lake Catholic's losses this year came to Euclid 33-9, Dublin Kaufman 35-14, Youngstown Mooney 21-16, and Hoban 24-7.
They played a heck of a schedule.
Yes, they did. Impressive wins against Benedictine, Madison, Holy Name, Padua, Elyria Catholic, and NDCL. Here's Karowski looking to throw on 1st and 15. Timing pattern picked off. Mike Snyder with the interception. Aurora ball on the Lake Catholic 49.
Turnovers.
And it's now 3-2 in the turnover battle as the Greenmen have the last 2 and they are in position here maybe to regain the lead. And that pass looked like it was intended for Mike Snyder from the get-go.
He got a great drop that time.
It was. Perfect throw to the wrong man.
That's a bad decision by the
Yeah,
quarterback.
he should have
there.
threw
Should
that
have
ball
thrown
out of
that
bounds.
away.
Yep. Well, Greenmen ball at the Lake Catholic 49-yard line. End around here to Snyder. Mike Snyder looking for a little running room. Puts his head down, 41-yard line. He picks up 8 yards. Tackle on the play by Alex Karowski. Boy, this Greenmen offense is really clicking here in the second half with the running game. And I mean, gaping holes here. The offensive line, the tight ends, the backs running downfield. Second down and 2 coming up for the Aurora Greenmen on the Lake Catholic 41-yard line. Oop, the scoreboard went out. We blew a circuit here at Tiger Stadium. Oh, we can't afford this here in the playoffs. There you see it. The scoreboard has blown a circuit. We got it back. All right. Big hand from the crowd, Coach.
This Aurora crowd will cheer about anything.
Yep. Oh, they love it.
Very spirited group.
That's right.
We need to drive this in and get another score. This is big.
Yep.
They're fired up now, shaking the press box.
And now they'll wind the clock. 4:50 left in the third quarter. Boy, they really are rattling this joint. Rocking and rolling here in Twinsburg on 2nd and 2. Stephen Young carries. He's wrapped up for no gain. Tackled on the play by number 83, Brian Halco. It'll be no gain and bring up 3rd down and 2.
It was a good job by the Lake defense up front. Looked like another little trap to Stephen Young. He popped the last one for a score.
Another terrific tilt on 9 tonight. Hope you enjoyed the victory by Nordonia last night, 27-18 over Chardon. The Knights have made it to the state final for the Greenmen, trying to do suit tonight here.
Yeah, the
Miller
tight end.
gets tipped and picked off.
Wow.
The ball was tipped and intercepted. Mike Swigert comes up with the deflection and the interception at the Lake Catholic 37, and that one hurt. So the 4th turnover for the Greenmen this afternoon. And that one should have never been going that way, Coach.
That was well defended by Lake.
Darn good interception as well by Swigert on a tip pass. Oh, now the defense will have to come back up big again with 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter and a 5-point Lake Catholic lead.
Aurora doesn't have to panic. They're in good shape right now.
Right.
He's got to keep playing defense, and good things will happen.
Well, Karowski out of the shotgun's going to hand off to Greenwood, and Greenwood's not going to get much into that Aurora defense, gets about a yard at most. And coming up with the tackle was Jeff Burris and also number 66, Vince Kravitz. So Kravitz using his size and strength on the inside to negate a good run there. It's going to be a half a yard gain and bring up 2nd and 9. I think Russ plugged his heater back in and he blew the circuit. No, he didn't. He's shaking his head, vehemently denying it. Oh, okay, my bag did it.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you, I appreciate it. 2nd down 9. Karowski out of the shotgun again for Lake Catholic.
A lot of room in the middle of the field there again.
Roar coming with the blitz. And there's nothing going. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. I mean, they looked like they lost a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Looks like Aurora's made some good adjustments at halftime. They're back to playing the way they did in the 1st quarter. That's a great job by Hill, squeezing down the line of scrimmage.
Chris Hill doing a super job. 3rd and 10, 2:50 to go. They're trying to get the defense fired up. The girls with the signs. Good sign, but if you get a D- in school, your parents wouldn't be very happy about it. 3rd down and 10.
Fans are up on their feet.
Penalty marker
Too
down.
much time, I think.
There's a false start.
Oh, was it?
That crowd's screwing up the Lake Catholic offense. Here's the call.
Red ball. False start. Offense.
Hey, this crowd is playing a part in this. The 12th man here today for the Greenmen. And it'll be 3rd and 15 from the 32. Maybe we can get another pick here and take one in for a score. And the Greenmen have turned this into Memorial Stadium.
And they have an unbelievable amount of signs.
Yep. They've got the A flags flying here in the stands.
One more stop here.
The only thing we're missing is the mud. 3rd down and 15.
Aurora's in a cover 2 this time. That's very smart football. They're not going to allow him to throw it down the middle of the field. But he's got him deep, though.
Oh, it's incomplete as Greenwood turned the wrong way and then lost his timing, and he was open out in the flat. Would have had the 1st down, but it's going to be 4th and 15. And Aurora, with 2:09 left in the 3rd quarter, should get the ball back in good shape.
It's pretty good coverage by Czech, but I'll tell you, Aurora did a smart thing going into cover 2 there, helping protect the middle of the field where they've been hurt earlier. That's a good adjustment.
Now Greenwood is on to punt. Again, this is that little pooch punt 9 yards back.
He does it all for him, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He's a great all-around athlete.
Just a sophomore.
One-step kick, it's off. And Czech's going to let it bounce, and it'll go dead at the 26-yard line. So Aurora not in bad shape here with 2:02 left in the 3rd. Well, Coach, we talked at the half. I thought the key to Aurora winning this football game was to shut Lake Catholic out in the 2nd half. They've done it for 10 minutes, and they put up 6 of their own. They're going to need to get more. As you see the Cougar across the way.
They have played great defense again in the 3rd quarter. I'm not sure Lake Catholic has a 1st down in the 3rd, do they? Maybe 1?
I believe they've got 1.
2?
Actually, yeah, 2 on the one drive before the interception. See the Aurora bench, 1st and 10 for the Greenmen.
They're spreading them out again.
Miller working out of the shotgun.
Oh, he's free.
As the sun comes out, Wes has got to be careful. And he throws that ball away into the bench. Good, smart play by Wes
Very good
Miller.
decision by Wes. And there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of times, it's sometimes what a quarterback doesn't do. He doesn't make the bad play, and that was a great job by Wes. They got a little pressure up the middle that time.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Aurora 26-yard line.
And I like what Bob's doing. He came out this beginning of the third quarter in tight formations and pounded a little bit. Now he's spreading them out a little bit more. Makes the team very tough to defend.
Now the Greenmen faced with the 2nd down 10. 3 wide receivers here with 1 back. And Wes Miller's going to run the draw. Wes Miller's got a lot of room, and he brings it out to the 34-yard line. About 2 yards short of the first down.
Nice gain.
It'll be 3rd and short now for the green-clad Greenmen. It almost looks like an inter-squad game with all green and white here this afternoon.
Nothing wrong with that color green.
No, I'm telling you. It's been very effective in the playoffs thus far.
It's a color of power.
Yes, it is.
This is a big conversion here for Aurora. 3rd and about a short 3. I look for Wes Miller to possibly keep the football again.
Here he comes. Miller, boy, it's going to be, but he's short by a yard.
He's about a yard short.
Now 1 minute to go. The clock continues to run, and Aurora faced probably with a punting situation.
Well, I think you have to punt the football here. Unless you're Coach Hegedish, and you go for it.
Yeah. That's true. Dan Barry with the tackle making a good play on the defensive end front. As you see the fans, they believed all year in this program.
I'll never forget Coach Hegedish going for it on his own 18-yard line and making it. And I believe that was a playoff game.
Yes, it
possibly.
was.
That was something else.
Well, he's about a 3/4 of a yard short.
I'll tell you get it. You know, it's a great play. You don't, you're giving them great field position. They may just try to draw them off.
Yeah. Well, Lake Catholic crowd now, they're on their feet also. It's a great spirited crowd this afternoon here in Twinsburg.
Wes Miller, big, strong quarterback. He'll probably just sneak it.
He sneaks it. And they got I don't know, they stopped the play all of a sudden.
Timeout.
Oh, Lake Catholic took a timeout before the play. Actually, I think it worked to their Aurora's advantage. I don't think he made it. Oh, he did make it? All right. Ah, boy. Well, a controversial call here with 48 seconds left. Oh, yeah, Wes, you're right. He did have it easily. So 48 seconds left in quarter number 3. Lake Catholic leading Aurora 23-18. Andy Sefcik with Keith Bodeker. Again, Keith will be in the studio with Coach's close-up, and we'll have hopefully the state semis with the Nordonia Knights against Pickerington Central. Looks like that'll be played in Ashland this week. What a season for Nordonia as they continue the roll through the playoffs.
That was a big timeout. That may change the thinking for Aurora. They might not be able to come back to a quarterback sneak.
All right. And we'll see on 9. Hopefully we'll have it for you next week. Here's the 4th and 1 for Aurora. They do the same thing. And Wes Miller, boy, that's going to be close. I think he might have it.
He's got it with forward progress.
Yeah, if they go to the referee here on this side of the field, he's going to have it.
Yeah, he's got it by about a football.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Wes just poked his head through the crowd there just enough to get that ball over the line, and Aurora keeps possession. Watch this. There he is right there, like a turtle sticking his head out.
That's a gutsy call by Bob Molly.
Oh, you're not kidding.
And that's why they're here.
Yeah. Yeah, they've done it all year. They've come back there to Cardiac Kids. The Green Machine as they continue to roll through the schedule. Their 13th week of play. Here's the pitch out to Young. Young cuts it back. He tried to tomahawk that ball out of there, but he comes up with a nice gain of 6. Tackled by Nick Sipkus, and you saw Sipkus come down with that big tomahawk chop. So we're down to 10 seconds left in the third quarter.
It's a great job by Stu Henderson. Henderson and Knapp out in the perimeter, really sealing. Or that's Snyder. Great block.
So quarter number 3 has come to an end here in the Division III Region 9 championship game from Twinsburg on Cable 9. After 3 quarters, the score, It's the Aurora Greenmen trailing the Lake Catholic Cougars 23-18. And, of course, this reminder, our underwriters for today's telecast of Friday Night Football, Doug and Denise Snyder, Parking Lot Sealing and Service Company. The folks at Johnson Romito Funeral Homes, located in Bedford, Hudson, Northfield, and Twinsburg. Marymount Hospital, Prompt Urgent Care Center on Route 306 in Bainbridge. Jim Venditti Photography Incorporated, high school senior pictures, sports, and family photography. And Ramsey Tax Service since 1982, year-round specialist in tax planning and preparation. Coach Bodeker, three-quarter numbers.
Well, three-quarter numbers. That third quarter was dominated by the Greenmen. They're up to 15 first downs and 264 total yards, where Lake Catholic has 13 first downs and 208 total yards. But what I'm impressed with this quarter is the way the Greenmen have taken control of the line of scrimmage, and they're running the football.
Yeah.
They're doing it the old-fashioned way right now.
2nd and 3, Mike Snyder carries, runs into a brick wall on the line of scrimmage and loses a yard. And the tackle on the play by Bob Reho. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
Another big conversion here for Aurora.
Well, 12 minutes to go in this football game with such an odd score. I doubt if we'll have an overtime with 23-18. But again, the only scoring in that period, 6 points for the Greenmen. It's been 6, 6, and 6 for Aurora. For Lake Catholic, 0, 23, and 0. And we had a 10-point deficit overcome last night.
Wes Miller time.
Wes Miller looking to throw, flushed out of the pocket.
He can
3rd
run it.
down 4. He's got some running room. He turns the corner. First, actually cut it back and got more yards. Wes Miller with a heady play. He takes it to the Lake Catholic 46. More than enough for the Aurora first down.
That was a heck of a play by Wes. He did not hesitate, made the decision to pull it down and go, and then made a great run.
This is a good cutback
Nice
right here.
cutback, yes, very nice.
He had 3 guys figuring he was going to just try to get enough and get out of bounds, and he brought it back. And I'll tell you what, if that was Jordan Maben, I think Jordan would have scored. With that speed and agility. But nonetheless, West got his natural ability done for the first down. Here's Young. Young through a hole. Stephen Young to the Lake Catholic 38-yard line, a gain of 7. 3 yards short of the first down. It'll be 2nd and short for the Greenmen.
Nice little scheme. Very impressed with Young this second half. He's really stepped up. And again, Mike Snyder leading the way out there. Romito doing a great job blocking, as well as Storer.
Mike Snyder, some of that Ron Hagedish blood. That's his nephew playing on this team, the old Aurora coach.
Snyder's are outstanding people.
2nd down, Young
Here
coming on the sweep here to the
edge
bottom.
again.
Boy, nice seal-out block there by Snyder, and Young breaks it into the secondary. Stephen Young, he's to the Lake Catholic 5. What a run by Young, and Juranovic comes up with it, and Young is down on the field. Oh, they went right, going right for the ankle.
Snyder again, sealing the edge. Wow, great cut.
Oh, man. What a dirty, lousy tackle by that thug. He twisted that ankle deliberately. That's ridiculous. They had to throw that punk right out of the football game. You're darn right. I don't pull no punches, folks, but this is the dirtiest play I've ever seen in high school football. This is filthy. This ought to be criminal. He's down. Now watch. This is deliberate. Watch him twist it.
Oh, man.
Now you tell me that's not a crock of crap, folks. That punk ought to be arrested, and the whole lot of them ought to be thrown in jail. So much for the Catholic education. Well, I don't care. I'm Catholic, too. I'm going to say it. That was a dirty, lousy play. No reason for that in high school football. Young's coming off the field, but I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you, statistically now, Miller and Young together have combined for 206 yards. Miller, 17 carries for 98. Young, who's really stepped up in the second half, 11 carries for 108 yards. I hope he can come back for a 9.8-yard average.
Well, that young man's going to have to atone for that one day, but I'll tell you what, kid, you're a classier kid than that. There's no reason for it. First and goal for Aurora.
Wes Miller.
Miller's going to run it up the middle. Miller's to the 1-yard line. Big scrum. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aurora.
Great effort by Wes Miller. I think everybody in this stadium knew he was going to carry the football. Got it in the end zone. That's the sign of a winner right there.
Now Bob Mahalik wants to take a timeout, set up the 2-point conversion.
How many they had?
24-23 Aurora. Here's the touchdown run by Miller and the scrum for Rugby for that 1 yard. I'll tell you, this is a great football game.
Sure is.
Here's the numbers, Coach.
Excellent drive by the Greenmen. 10 plays, 74 yards in 4 minutes and 12 seconds, capped off by a 5-yard Wes Miller run with just a great effort.
Well, I'll tell you what, the play before, I'm glad Young come off the field because that was dirty.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for Young, and I'll tell you what, I've never seen anything like that in 25 years of football, Coach.
I'll tell you, your camera people did a great job showing it.
Well, I'm probably going to
Great camera work.
Pardon the language, I'm probably going to catch hell for it, but you know what? I don't care. I'm a Catholic. I went to Catholic school, and I know the nuns never beat that into us with their rulers and sticks when I went to school.
You're on a roll now. I'm going to be guilty by association tonight, Andy.
Aurora going to go for 2. Trying to get to
counterplay.
Here comes Snyder, and he's going to run on real estate. A terrific tackle by Brian Halko, and it's 20. Aurora ought to just kick the 1 and the heck with the 2. 9:50 to go in the fourth quarter, and a terrific tilt tonight on 9. The score, it's Aurora 24 and Lake Catholic 23.
I think they have the strongest cheerleaders in the state.
Oh, absolutely. Well, they still hold the record for 60-some push-ups in a game against Crestwood a few years ago. Or yes, 60. How many? Oh, 300 and some push-ups that night. Russ reminding me of.
Wow.
Now they're still working on Young on the sidelines. That's not good. That's not good. Now, see, the OHSAA ought to suspend that kid. I'm sorry. If they advance, they should suspend them. They really should. I know it's not a flag, but they should suspend him for the rest of the tournament. Kid's a terrific athlete. He didn't have to do what he had to do, with what he did. No reason for it. But again, there was no reason for me to get agitated at the end of the game last night on 9 either, so we're even.
Hey, the bottom line is Aurora's up by 1.
That's right.
And now we just got to play great defense and keep getting the ball back.
Oh, Young working again on that ankle. That was the one that the young man from Lake Catholic tried to tear off. You see Bo Kelsey there. He's on crutches already tonight. Boy, the Aurora crowd going wild in front of us. Hard to see the field. Here comes the kickoff, and it's a deep one. It's going to be Randy Greenwood from the 9. Lost the football. He picks it up again at the 8. Greenwood headed to the outside. He's got some running room. Penalty marker down. Thank you, Coach. It's going to come back. Lake Catholic will be behind the 8 ball deep in their territory. Boy, how this game has turned here in the second half. Really has, I'll tell you. Aurora 24, Lake Catholic 23. Romito trying to get the crowd fired up.
This crowd's fired up.
Oh, they've been.
You can feel it over here.
Block in the back on a receiving team.
Right there it is,
Half the
unchecked.
distance. First down.
This Greenwood, though, having a terrific game tonight.
He's a fine football player.
Yep. They got some good ones. I'm telling you, Juranovic's a heck of an athlete. I like Randy Greenwood. Alex Karowski having a great game at quarterback for Lake Catholic.
Sipkus has had an outstanding game.
And how? On the defensive side of the ball for the Cougars. 1-point ball game, 9:41 remaining, 1st and 10 for Lake Catholic from their own 4.
This is big right here.
Second man through is Greenwood, and he fell at the 1-yard line, almost a safety. He tried to cut with the ball and fell down inside the 1, and it'll be 2nd down and 13 for their Lake Catholic Cougars. That was St. Peter with the tackle. 9:16 to go.
They're going to get a safety out of this.
Oh, it's going to be close. Aurora wants a safety, and the line judge says he got it back to the goal line as Juranovic carries and loses 1 yard. It'll be 3rd down and 14 from the 1.
Might not be bad strategy for them to take a safety here.
Yeah, that'd give Aurora that 3-point lead, though.
Then you got to give them the ball back. That's the negative, and they haven't been able to stop them.
Boy, this crowd is going berserk.
Maybe throw it out of here, huh? Nope.
Well, they carry to the 3-yard line. A good effort by Randy Greenwood, but it's 4th and 12. And Lake Catholic will have to punt from the shadow of the goalposts here with about 8.5 minutes to play in the football game. I'm sitting here getting all worried. I better watch out. I'm going to wind up like Bo Schembechler.
That was something.
Oh, what that's sad, I'll tell you. Here comes the kick. They'll get away from it. Well, Check's going to field at the 34-yard line. Joe Check, he brings it down to the Lake Catholic 28-yard line. Yes, they are in good shape with 8:01 left in the 4th quarter, and Joe Check is down on the field hurt. Joe didn't like something out there either on the field. He's looking back at the referee. Oh, yeah, Aurora's PO'd with something. What happened here now? Oh, he kicked him. The kid backed up and kicked him in the groin while he was on the ground. What the heck is going on here? This is getting ludicrous. These guys are nothing but a bunch of thugs.
It's getting chippy out there, that's
you
for
better
sure.
believe it. 1st and 10 for the Greenmen as they kick Check in the groin. Here's the pitch to Young, who's back in the game. Stephen Young. He's got a gain down to the Lake Catholic 24-yard line. I thought you're a friend of Mike Bell.
Win it on the scoreboard.
Yeah, all right. You didn't want to answer that question.
I'm surprised by some of this.
Yeah, I am too. That's what Check was mad about.
And, if we didn't have such great camera work, you wouldn't be able to see that. But that's definitely unnecessary.
I've never seen this. I mean, I've seen, when you guys play Twinsburg, it's kind of feisty, but never like this. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Greenmen. And this time, Stephen Young is going to get
That play
swarmed.
didn't look good from the get-go. Looks like a little mix-up. Starting field position this half has been all in favor of Aurora, starting on the opponent's 48-yard line, where Lake Catholic is starting on their own 24. So that has been huge.
Well,
all right, we are back in business here.
7 minutes and running. 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Greenmen. They're going to have to hurry, get this play off.
Got to keep that clock running. That's the thing right now. Come on, they're going to get a delay here.
I'm watching the referee for the 5-second signal. Still hasn't been given. Fake. Miller.
No mistakes.
Got time. He's going up to the end zone for Check. It's a battle for it. Joe Check can't come up with it at the 2-yard line, and it'll be 4th and 10 at the Lake Catholic 29.
It was a nice job by Greenwood again.
Well, what do you do if you're Rory? You go for it. It's a long field goal for Lamourie, and he's not had a good day.
You got to go. You're inside the 30.
So it'll be 4th and 10 at the 28-yard line. 6:34 to play in the football game. A 1-point Aurora lead in one of the greatest football games again here on 9. Oh, this crowd has been great on both sides of the stadium today.
That's what high school football is all about.
Regional championship game today in Twinsburg.
Wes Miller's going to keep it. Nope.
Wes looking to throw over the middle, and it is incomplete and then picked off at the 10. This is a big return for Greenwood. He's got a lot of running room, and he'll run out of bounds at near the 40-yard line. So Lake Catholic comes up with the tip football, and they're in business out at the 41.
Greenwood's a heck of a player.
Yes, he is. He's had a terrific game. So the 5th Aurora turnover today. And Matt Perry, it was a tough catch, but I've seen him make those. Now the defense now for Aurora, they've given up field position here as well, which is not good. And a field goal can get the job done for Lake Catholic.
Let's call on the defense one more time.
Oh yeah, why not?
Defense.
Nothing like it hasn't been done all year for the Greenmen.
These fans are into it. Man, a lot of cowbell now.
1st and 10 for the Cougars.
Sounds like there's 10,000 people here.
This is a great crowd. Great afternoon football game. And the handoff to the back for a gain of about a yard. Juranovic carries. And it'll be actually no gain. It'll bring up 2nd and it'll be 2nd and 9.
And 9. They're going to have to throw the football.
6 minutes to play. Well, Schaefer's already hit a 37-yard field goal for Lake Catholic. And there's no wind here to speak of this afternoon. It's a glorious afternoon in Twinsburg. Greenman showing 5, play fake on this pitch out. Oh, Aurora played it perfect. What a hit!
Snyder.
Andrew Knapp and Snyder, they played it perfect. And it's a loss of 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 16. 3rd down, 16. Thanks, Russ. I'm starting to lose control of my faculties.
That was a great job. Knapp had the quarterback, and Snyder, the pitch man, couldn't have played it any better. That's good coaching. That's good defense.
5:10 left, clock running. Lake Catholic's going to burn a timeout. They'll have 1 remaining. And the Aurora crowd really getting hyped up now here in Twinsburg. And this is the Aurora team we saw last week against Walsh. They took about 8 minutes off in the 2nd quarter, but boy, they played a terrific football game.
No question about it. Their defense is remarkable getting to the football, and they do a great job of tackling.
And if the Greenmen can hang on, we hope to have a doubleheader for you again next week on 9. Wouldn't that be something?
2 teams in the Final Four. Wow.
Games on Friday and Saturday on Cable 9, Division 2 and Division 3 semifinals in the state of Ohio. There's Stephen Young.
Who would Aurora play the winner of?
Boy, that's a good question. Steubenville, that's right. Get the Big Red probably, the winner of the Steubenville game down at Fawcett Stadium from what I'm hearing from Russ. So 3rd down and 16 as we come out of the timeout for Lake Catholic. Boy, an interception here would be great. You see the panorama here in Twinsburg. It's been a beautiful afternoon of high school football here. Our first televised day game ever on 9. And the Greenmen defense
is
facing the 3rd and 16. Karowski's rolling out looking for that sideline pattern. Throws it downfield. It's incomplete. It was intended for Greenwood, and it'll be 4th and 17, and this is a punting situation for Lake Catholic. And the key to this now, Coach, is we're down to 5:04 left.
2 first downs will win it for you.
Yeah, they got 1 timeout remaining, and that hurt them to take that timeout on that 3rd and forever.
2 first downs will win the football game.
That's all it would take, and the Greenmen have been running the ball well here in the 2nd half. Now they got to watch for a fake here, too. Greenwood can run the football. It's a long 17 yards to get. But he does kick it, angling it for the sideline. That's a beautiful kick.
Wow.
And it will angle out of bounds. And where are they going to spot it, Russ?
20.
Well, they're going to have to move it up the field. I'm going to say the 16-yard line with 4:57 remaining. It's Aurora football leading Lake Catholic 24-23.
I don't think Greenwood ever comes off the field, does he?
No, he doesn't. I think there's a great core of talent. Wes Miller doesn't come off the field. You've got, of course, some of the guys on the O-line, the D-line. There's a look at Chris Hill, the state champion in diving 2 of the last 3 years. Stephen Young. Mike Snyder's a two-way player. Joe Check, Matt Perry. First down, Greenmen. They need a couple of first downs,
Yes,
like
do.
Coach Bo says, to wrap this one up.
You need to eat some time right now.
Matt Perry's the motion man on 1st and 10. Young carries up the middle of the field. Stephen Young gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it, to the 16. The clock continues to run with 4:47. The Greenmen really need to be careful here not to get too conservative.
They need to protect the football,
Yep.
but they need to grind out a first down or two.
Field position now not in their favor, so if they have to kick it back to Lake Catholic, the Cougars will not have far to go, and a field goal can win it.
I try to keep the ball in the hands of Wes Miller right now. He's the senior. He's the leader of this football team, and he's an excellent runner also.
Yep.
So,
well, of course, in the championship game,
possibly
for the
a counter.
Yep,
There's
Mike
your
Snyder
counter.
also. It is Snyder going to carry. Mike Snyder, the 21-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain. He'll be 6 yards short of the first down, and Snyder had what could have been the game-clinching run in the CVC championship game if not for the fumble. And we're down to 4 minutes remaining in regulation play. You know, it's been a hard-hitting season for the Greenmen. A lot of the decals have been ripped off the helmet. They've been pounding that all year to week 13.
that last play, that was a great block by Twarek. And here we go.
3rd and 6.
Wes Miller.
He's going to keep it on the sweep. West puts his head down, and he's short of the first down. He gets it to the 24 with 3:33 left. And I think Lake Catholic's going to spend their last timeout. And they do. So they are out of timeouts with 3:33 remaining. In a one-point football game, and like the coach said earlier, it's going to be up to the defense.
If you have any trickery in their punt game, now would be the time to use it.
That's a good point. Copley got you on one of those a couple years ago, which I still can't believe they did.
That was insane. I told him that.
Yep.
Just worked out that time.
Yeah, but if you don't make it, Coach, you give them almost an instant field goal. You're late in the ball game.
Yes.
I think they kick it away and leave it up to the defense.
Yeah, the defense has played outstanding, that's for sure.
And look at the youngsters tonight, future Greenmen down the road. Hopefully I'll be around long enough to call some of these kids. Not yet, but that's, I think, who we'll go with. Also, I want to give it, well, yeah, that'll be it. Well, you guys can go with that when you get time for player of the game. Actually, I think I want to, well, if we could give 2, I'd like to give, who a loose moose, but I want to see it. Yep. Here's the, oh, this is a good kick. Lake Catholic going to let it roll, and it's going to take a Lake Catholic bounce and be down at the 45-yard line. So the Cougars, with 3:24 remaining, have the ball in good field position, but out of timeouts. Oh, Stephen Young is our loose moose player of the game today here on Cable 9. Young with some impressive numbers tonight. He has 2 Aurora touchdowns. He came up with that miracle catch in the end zone, which I hope turns out to be the difference in this football game. But Stephen Young is our loose moose player of the game. Congratulations to Stephen. He had 14 carries for 108 yards, 2 receptions for 24, and 2 touchdowns.
I'll tell you, for a sophomore, he has really stepped up in this ball game.
And we'll also have one more loose moose a little bit later. The truck is aware of who I'm going to pick. It has to do with our station number. 1st and 10, Lake Catholic. Karowski to throw the little out pattern. It's complete. Little bit short of the first down. They'll stop the clock at the Aurora 46-yard line with 3:18 remaining. Complete to Scott Royer in his first catch of the game. All right. Oh, Lake Catholic quickly to the line. 2nd down and 1. Aurora with a 3-man front. They hand it off up the middle, and it's going to be enough for the first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily at 3:13, and then once the chains are set, they'll roll them again, and it's first down for the Cougars at the 45. Referee's going to give him a timeout to measure. That's a first down, though, in my books. Wow, somebody left early from Columbus. No? Was it that late already?
Karowski 6 for 11 for 89 yards, 1 TD, and two interceptions.
Yeah, the wife has made it hopefully our good luck charm here on 1st and 10 for the Cougars. It's a little swing pass out, and there's a shove in the back. They're going to call it. It's going to come back, an obvious shove in the back. And I don't know what Greenwood's arguing about. It was obvious, Coach. He pushed Check in the back and allowed the man to get down the field. Maybe Check did a little bit of help on the play, but nonetheless, it's a penalty. See if we can watch it.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's obvious.
No question.
Right, but I don't know what he was complaining about.
Block in the back. Offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
I'll tell you, Coach, I think you'd have to agree with me, though. I think Jim Gehagen and his crew called a pretty darn good game officiating this afternoon. They haven't missed too much.
No, they haven't.
And in that situation, that's a call that's got to be made. So we're 2:58 to go in regulation play. The penalty's a 13-yard foul that'll bring up 1st and 23 for Lake Catholic.
Just don't let them get behind you here.
Greenmen trailed at the half, 23-12. They lead 24-23.
Right.
Throwing back against the grain, it is caught by Greenwood. What a catch!
That's a great play by the quarterback.
Karowski.
Staying alive back there.
Yes, he did. Tight rope in the sidelines, and it's a completion for a pickup of about.
Does a great job stepping up in the pocket.
Couple looks at this. The ball's at the Aurora 40. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And who else but Greenwood makes the catch?
2:36.
You got to watch Greenwood. They're not cover number 2. Get out there, Mike.
Oh, why the clock is stopped, I don't know.
He was out of bounds.
All right. Handoff now to Jarakovic, and he carries good stiff arm, and he's going to be a yard short of the first down at the Aurora 36. 2:25. The clock continues to run in a 1-point ball game.
They don't have any
for the Aurora
timeouts,
Greenmen.
do they?
No, they don't, Coach. But they're in good shape. They've got plenty of time yet. They can get the field goal team out and try to win it at the end with a three-pointer. 3rd and 1. Karowski hands it off up the middle, and it's going to be enough for the Lake Catholic first down. So they're going to hold the ball now to pretty close to the end of the football game. As the ball will be spotted at the Aurora 26-yard line. A field goal here would be 51 yards. They need another first down at least to try it. Are they going to do another measurement again?
Oh, come on.
Oh, these are
Stop
terrible.
the clock here.
These are some questionable measurements now. And this one isn't even close, truthfully. Told you. Yeah, they've given Lake Catholic 2 more free timeouts, so they've used 5 for the game here now with 2:02 remaining.
You better be aware of Greenwood. He's their guy.
Now 1st and 10 for Lake Catholic at the Aurora 34-yard line.
I think West will be over the top of everything.
Referee winding the clock.
Possible
with 2
number,
minutes.
post to number 10 over here on the short side.
Karowski with the swing out route, throws across the body. It's complete again down at the Aurora 27-yard line.
Ball?
Well, that's what the referee says. Randy Greenwood again
Kid's
with another
got
great
great
reception.
hands.
Pickup of 7. We'll watch it again.
I thought the ball was knocked out. Nope. Ugh.
It's
I don't
close.
think that was a catch.
Now 2nd and 3 now at the Aurora 27. 1:51 remaining. Fake. And the keeper that time by Karowski stays in the field of play, short of the first down by a yard. And it'll be 3rd down and a long one. Make it, 3rd and 1. I'm surprised he didn't stop to measure this one, Coach, with 1:35 left. Karowski again with the troops at the line of scrimmage. 1 point Aurora lead. And Greenwood carries it. Whoa, I don't think he made it.
He didn't make it.
He is short of the first. Now they got a decision with 1:20 left. The referee's saying 4th down, and they're out of timeouts. 1:15 to go in the football game.
That's too long a field goal.
It's a 42-yard field goal, and boy, they got a decision to make. The clock continues to run. They don't have a timeout left. They're going to have to go for it. Karowski out of the shotgun on 4th and 1. Takes the snap, the handoff, and I think he's just barely going to make it by maybe a half a football with 46 seconds remaining. Referee says 1st down. They're going to move the sticks, and they really want to move them and get the clock running now. Field goal is 41 yards. Karowski looking to throw. He's got time, flushed out of the pocket, coming this way, going to throw that ball to the track, incomplete with 34 seconds remaining. Again, stay with us at the end for the trophy presentation and the post-game show on 9. And as I like to say in Aurora Greenmen telecast, it's Alka-Seltzer time once again with 34 seconds remaining.
This game has had everything. It's been a great high school football game played by 2 great teams. This is the way it should be in the playoffs.
Yes, I agree, Coach.
Going to the Final Four.
34 seconds left. 2nd and 10 at the Aurora 24-yard line. Karowski to throw. Now he runs. He's going to get a nice gain. He broke free, and he's to the 20-yard line. The clock's going to keep running with 25 seconds left. Why'd they stop the clock? 21 seconds left. I don't understand why they stopped the clock.
No, they're going to have to spike it.
Karowski's going to throw an out pattern, and it is incomplete with 14 seconds left.
Is it 3rd or 4th?
It is going to be 4th down now from the 20, and a field goal would be 37 yards. I like that, Greg. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to talk to Greg, and if folks don't understand, if Greg, if what you said comes true, though, then so-and-so will make them miss this field goal. If there's such a thing as justice in the world. Schaefer's out to try it. It'll be 37 yards out of the hold of Scott Royer with 14 seconds left, and the Greenmen are going to try to ice him. It's a long field goal for a high school kid, Coach,
Sure
with
is.
everything riding on the line.
Plus, it's from the hash. It's a tough field goal.
Well, I got a minute. I'll do the scoring recap quick. It was Miller, 25-yard run in the first quarter. Aurora led 6-0 at the quarter. Juranovic, early second quarter, 1-yard run, made it 7-6. Young, 9-yard reception for Aurora, 7:22 of the second, made it 12-6 Greenmen. Then Greenwood, 34-yard pass reception, 13-12 Lake Catholic. Greenwood, 32-yard run on the double reverse, made it 20-12 Lake Catholic. And Schaefer hit a 37-yard field goal at the end of the half to make it 23-12 Lake Catholic. Third quarter, it was Young. 9-yard run for the Aurora Greenmen, made it 23-18 for Lake Catholic. And in the fourth quarter, Wes Miller, 5-yard run. The extra point good made it, or actually it was not good, 24-23 Aurora. We're down to 14 seconds left in the season for one of these two teams. And it's going to be up to John Schaefer, the senior kicker for the Lake Catholic Cougars, to try to win it.
He barely made a 35-yarder earlier in the first half. So
this one's from 37, and Aurora wants to spend another timeout.
that's good coaching. Make them think about it. You don't want to take them with you.
Yeah, it's not going to help you next week if you don't win. It all comes down to this, the whole season, all that work in August and the crap we played through in October and November on these muddy fields, and it's going to come down to a soccer player with a chance to win the football game.
Hey, we had a soccer player last week that did a pretty good job,
That's
made
right.
3 field goals
That's
for us and against Olmsted Falls. So those guys are generally pretty good kickers.
Again, we'll have the trophy presentation here in a couple of minutes on 9. Try to be as quick as we can.
How about that?
14 seconds to go. Here we go for the
baby.
ball game. John Schaefer with a chance to win the ball game for Lake Catholic. Tried to get him to shift. The snap is down. The kick is up. He's got the leg. The kick is no good. He missed it to the right. 9 seconds left. And the Greenmen look like they're going to win the Region 9 championship.
Unbelievable.
Well, there's a marker down at where the kick was made at the 32-yard line. Unsportsmanlike against Lake Catholic. That's 15 yards and the ball will be placed. Who cares where the ball is?
This Aurora team is a team of destiny. You see it every week. They just keep battling back.
What a couple of ball games.
Great job.
There he is, Dave Jurakovic. Well, who'd have thunk it when it was 23-12 at the half? Just like last night, the Greenmen battle back as did Nordonia. This crowd's going crazy here in Twinsburg.
As they should. They should be very proud of their team. Aurora, unbelievable amount of heart the second half, Andy.
West takes a knee and they win the Region 9 championship. The Greenmen go to the Final Four. We'll have doubleheader football next week again on 9. How about that, Coach?
Unreal. Congratulations, Coach Mahalik, his staff, the team, and the entire Aurora community. This is outstanding. This is something else.
Well, Coach Bo wants to get down there to the field and congratulate him. I'm going to stay here. We're going to have the trophy presentation in a minute. Coach, good luck next week. We'll see him here a little bit later. But again, the Greenmen pull it out, 24-23. The trophy presentation coming up on 9 real quick. And we're going to get some final numbers here. We're going to get some numbers here from Russ, too, on the end of this ball game. But what a comeback win for the Aurora Greenmen tonight. And here come the kids on the field. Boy, this is great to see. What an atmosphere today in Twinsburg. As the Greenmen win this football game and come from behind fashion, 24-23. Stephen Young, our loose moose player of the game. And my heart's going at about 180 beats a minute, folks. I mean, the reporters, everybody shot out of this booth like crazy to get onto the field. This has to be, I swear, one of the greatest games on 9 again by the Greenmen. Here are the numbers from Russ Campbell. For the Lake Catholic Cougars, they had 16 first downs. The Greenmen with 17. Passing for Lake Catholic, 9 of 16 for 112 yards. For West Miller, 6 of 17 for 110. Rushing, Lake Catholic, 45 attempts for 132 yards, 244 total yards for the Cougars. The Greenmen, 38 rushes for 218, 328 yards. Turnovers, Aurora 5, Lake Catholic 2, and it didn't come back to hurt Aurora, which, boy, what a terrific game. 5 turnovers, and they still win 24-23. And I'm about ready to collapse up here in the booth. What a terrific performance by these kids. They moved to 12-1. They are the Division III Region 9 champions. We're down on the field now for the trophy presentation. The coach Bob Mahalik. And let's get down to the field for this one because it was well worth it. The first region championship in Aurora football history.
We're down 23-12 at halftime. But fans, what's the matter? We what? And you work hard, anything's possible. We got 2 more to go.
And we hope you're enjoying the mayhem here. I don't even know where the trophy is. It's got to be somewhere here on the field. The press trying to get through. You see the shirts that were made just for this game. I'll tell you, a lot of people in this ballpark didn't think Aurora could come back. But it was a great, great finish. Let's go back at some of the highlights. Here's the Wes Miller touchdown run that got things on the board for the Greenmen back in the first quarter. The 25-yard run made it 6-0 for Aurora. Here's Stephen Young with the 9-yard effort, his touchdown run, his first of the game, giving Aurora the opportunity to come back. Miller here, this is the one that gives them the lead, 24-23 with 4:12 left in the football game. And this one here to Young is just unbelievable, which looked like an interception, and Stephen Young comes out of the melee here with the football. And that had everybody in the booth absolutely going bananas. But the Greenmen tonight come up with an improbable, unbelievable comeback win against a terrific football team in the Lake Cap. Look at Joe Check with that grab. I mean, a highlight reel in one game. And it was just unbelievable as the Greenmen are been presented their Region 9 championship trophy. And Stephen Young, the player of the game. And this, though, here, a very controversial hit at the end of this play. As you see there, the kid tried to break his ankle, but it come back to hurt him as the good Lord made him miss the field goal and lose the football game. There's the interception by Snyder, another big play by the Greenmen. And they deserved it, folks, tonight. Here comes the trophy presentation. We'll go to Bill Schumacher down on the field here at Tiger Stadium. Yeah.
The awards this afternoon. Let's give both of these teams the deserved applause that they deserve because of the fine game today. They left everything on this field. You know, I wore my green. I'd be safe today. This was great because green and white was really the prevalent colors today. Two fine teams. Two excellent programs, fine communities, you name it. You guys exude class. And with that, Coach Bell, I know this isn't the trophy you wanted to have this afternoon, but on behalf of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, please accept this regional runner-up trophy, Division III football, Lake Catholic Cougars. Congratulations.
So the Cougars wrap up their season, and congratulations to them. A tough, tough road to hoe. And again, losing this football game, a terrific, resilient Aurora team winning 24-23 today. And now the trophy presentation to the Aurora Greenmen.
These two fine teams, they played hard. They weren't enemies, they were opponents. And one team left here, one more point than the other. Can't get much closer than that. Aurora Greenmen, are you proud of these guys here? I know as the athletic director here, the last time you were on this field, it was a little different. And I'm sure that you're leaving here, obviously, with the goal in mind of moving on down to Canton or Masson, wherever it is, this 2 weekends from now. And I think this is your first regional championship, am I correct, Coach Mahalik?
Yes.
Well, I know you guys are all anxious to move on and do some other things, and cherish this, but I'd like you to accept on behalf of the Ohio High School Athletic Association this regional championship trophy, Division III 2006 football.
So our congratulations, Coach Mahalik, the Aurora Greenmen, the Region 9 Division III Regional Championship. The Greenmen make it to the Final Four. The Nordonia Knights make it to the Final Four. And I'll tell you what, folks, it has been a year on Cable 9 like we could never have fathomed. And again, our player of the year for the Aurora Greenmen, who else could it be? This kid, Wes Miller, for the Aurora. He has refused to lose this year, and he has led this team through 2 consecutive CBC titles. What a gutty performer. 2,102 total yards on the season. On both sides of the ball, Wes has been a leader of this program. And he still, hopefully, he's got 2 games in him. That's what he wants. They won't be happy now until they take the whole thing. But I'll tell you what, we are so proud of this young man. and proud of all the Aurora Greenmen. Congratulations, Wes, with all these great numbers and accolades. You deserve it, my man. Wes Miller, our Aurora Greenmen Player of the Year, and yet he has still never won the Loose Moose. So that does it here from Twinsburg High School. A terrific tilt. The Aurora Greenmen make it to the state Final Four with a come-from-behind win over the Lake Catholic Cougars by a score of 24-23. Next week, it'll be doubleheader football again on Cable 9. Give Jeff a jingle for sponsorship. We'll see you next week. For Keith Bodeker, Russ Campbell, the entire Cable 9 crew, Andy Sefcik, congratulations, Greenmen. We'll see both the Knights and the Greenmen next week on 9.